They are at 129 at the moment, but the Singaporeans just on heels. One hard point can change everything. Some people know him as Insane Leo. 3 more seconds in here, and it is Divinity all the way on the third hard point.
Incendio, another 2 beasts over there.
Divinity advantages are like we are very versatile. We can play most of the maps, and our communication, I feel that is one of the better ones coming into this tournament.
ELQ, are we? Oh, beautifully done! Dub gets taken down.
They have prepared for us. We shall see.
Today, we see if RSG goes out with a bang or banged up. Today, we see if DVT can once again find gold. Today, we see if NRX can fight from the bottom all the way to the top, or if Triple, we will sneak the title away from each and every single squad in here. Today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will crown the champions of the MSP Major. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is AJ, and I am the Mustachio. With me, the legendary one and only Pogi Leo. Welcome to the day 2 of the MSP Major Playoffs. Leo, welcome, buddy. How do you think the day is going to go, man? I'm so pumped up. I can't wait for things to kick off.
AJ, it's an honor to be here and a privilege to be bringing you guys the broadcast for the grand finals, the playoffs here at the MSP Major. And as you put it, man, there are so many questions to be answered, so many periods to be put onto statements being started. And as we were counting down to the stream, there were already so many fighting words put out by these teams left in the competition. And man, I just can't wait to see some awesome Call of Duty Mobile esports. The MSP Major, what a great way to end the year with some, well, many bangs. Not just a bang, but many bangs.
Couldn't have said it better myself, buddy. Now, the prize pool, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys have been seeing this day in, day out. What are these squads fighting in here for, Leo?
We're down to the top 4. That means the, well, I don't want to put it that way, but the least fortunate of these 4 will be bringing home 25K CP. Top 3 will be taking home $1,000 with 30K CP. Second place, that's going to be a grand finalist, taking home 1,500 USD as well as 40,000 CP. And get this, our grand champion taking home $2,500 and 50,000 CP. AJ, can you imagine how many draws, how many crates? What, you're going to start buying like XP cards with that?
Yeah, man, every single thing, man. I'm just gonna throw it like it's water, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's exactly what the squads are in here fighting for. And who are these teams? Who are these teams who have beaten more than 400 other teams to reach all the way to the pinnacle of the MSP Major? You guys know exactly what has happened thus far. It has been such a dramatic rise for some of those squads, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Unfortunately for Classico, a Rampage, as well as a Triple V Conquerors, they got kicked out yesterday, leaving us with just 4 of these titans in here. Divinity, Uprising representing Singapore, RSG in here for Malaysia, and for the Philippines, Triple V Esports, as well as the champions, the kings of Garena, NRX Jeremiah 2911.
After grueling competition, AJ, I can't believe that we have to cut down to even just 1. When it comes down to this, it's a couple of Singaporean teams and a couple of Filipino teams. And looking back at the weeks of competition we've had here at the MSP Major, man, it's so hard to say. We have Divinity Uprising waiting at the upper bracket finals, and we have to go through these 3 teams. Right here on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, the brackets. It's a double eliminations, and Divinity Uprising, they have yet to lose anything so far. Well, 1 game, conceded to RSG. But that aside, RSG is sitting pretty at the lower bracket final, and our first match for the evening is going to be between two Filipino teams once more, VVV Esports and NRX Jeremiah 2911. The latter actually a national champion themselves, and as well a qualifier for the World Championships, and of course VVV, who themselves are very, very prominent and illustrious in the world of not just Call of Duty Mobile, but even first-person shooters and esports in general. Man, it's so hard to pick your champion here because even Divinity Uprising have to watch out because they have once been made bleed by RSG. So who's to say it could not happen again?
No, absolutely, Leo. I mean, even if NRX goes through Triple V, right, RSG, who's already beaten them in the past, they will be looking forward to, getting some revenge for the Garena Invitationals. This is your schedule, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The action that we will see for today. Triple V Esports will open up the day, taking on NRX Jeremiah 2911. The winner of said match will go face-to-face with RSG, and then the showdown, the grand finals to face off Divinity Uprising, the winner of match 5. It's gonna be some back-to-back hot and spicy action, so don't go anywhere. If you've got some snacks in the kitchen, you better grab them right now.
Do it. There's a best of 3 back-to-back, and then a best of 5. So it's maybe for that one you're gonna want something to drink. Stay hydrated, because I myself am starting to, I don't know, find it hard to breathe. Because AJ, again, I told you already, it's so hard to pick a champion. It's so hard to say who's gonna win it definitively. Even Divinity Uprising, for sure right now, sweating bullets, no pun intended, as they wait for whoever might be climbing through the lower bracket. And dare I say, our first matchup alone might be a close call. It's going to be a best of 3. I wouldn't doubt it might reach even the third game here. Domination between these two, NRX Jeremiah 2911 and VVV. Speaking of which, let's introduce our first team here. Let's go to NRX.
Well, let's take a quick look at the lineup, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. For NRX, it's gonna be Whoopi, Warren Z, Jay-Z, Idra, Crush, as well as Candy stepping up to the plate to take a strike against their enemies. Triple V Esports, the squad that stands in front of them. We know each and every single player in here, Leo. Each and every single one of them shining in their own division, right? We know Crush just crushes with that KRM every single time he steps out. Idra, this guy literally sees through walls. And Whoopi, man, what a way. If you were to pick up a sniper, you gotta do it like this guy, because he blazes through every single step of the way through the competition.
No doubt. It's like he was born to play Call of Duty Mobile and born to be a support player. It's these two I look at. Whoopi and Idra, of course. Jay-Z, always reliable. Man, their opponents, VVV, are in for a wild ride. But it's not going to be the first time they're facing off. Again, these are two of the best teams in the Philippines, no doubt, hands down. Let's get to know VVV this time around. You have HXS, Nick Flip, Mac, Gion, Crims, and Roni Chan. Love the mysteriousness of Crims there. But jokes aside, AJ, this team right here is so weathered. They have been through so much. Some of these players I've seen from other teams. And, after the anniversary of Call of Duty Mobile, some of them have found home in VVV, and just like that, they are that much closer to being named an MSP major champion.
Oh, absolutely. The combination of the KRM between Mac as well as Jean is a combo that is to be feared by any of those squads out there. I mean, those map picks better go according to NRX's pick, because they will want to engage in those long distance combats. Because if you give Mac and Jean the opportunity for some CQC, that KRM is going to be pointed right through the heads of NRX, and we may see the big boys kicked out of the competition early here, Leo.
And it's going to come down to map choice, right? You get the CQC by funneling down into your map choice and playing to what your scrims, what your goals, what your coaches, what your basically staff has told you that works for you. And I'm looking forward to that. VVV Esports definitely want to take their fellow Filipinos down. I'm sure the same goes for NRX. Now let's check out who to watch out for. Their MVPs. Of course, AJ, no doubt, it's your boy Whoopi. And on the other side, it's Mac.
Solid, right? You've got your Big Mac on the right hand side. Whoopi, a little. I heard he stole this name from a little donut cookie or something in the Philippines. It has a H in it. Okay, now we've got both these boys, right? So proficient for both of those squads, and like you said, Leo, the support players from the back, but they are literally the spine of the team. They get those skills in there. They allow their squads to get out of sticky situations sometimes with some crazy clutches, right? Obviously, with the average skills, Whoopi has got the slight advantage. But look at the average assist on Mac, a 5.5 versus a 2.5 in here from Whoopi. This guy, he knows backup and he brings it on hard.
He's just aware of what's happening. He follows their calls, and yeah, he dies a little more, but what's to expect from someone who wants to go up close and personal? I'm looking forward to see how Mac really takes the fight here, and since they are our MVPs, so to speak, players to watch out for, we might even see Mac just take the fight to Whoopi and see how Whoopi has response. Can Idra save him this time? Will Jay-Z be able to say, hey, call for backup, rotate around B, Max coming at you? I don't know. Looking forward to this. Soon enough, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go into the ban pick for the first game.
Well, let's take a quick look and see exactly how it went. So NRX seems to have won that coin toss, and Triple V Esports better be on the lookout because NRX is a squad that can play on any map, and when they get those map picks, you know they're going to go in tactical here. So as we go into hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the coin tosses happen just live on screen. Yeah, so you're going to see the breaks that come in between the series as well. They're going to take slightly longer today, all right? So as we go into hardpoint, the two maps that get banned by these two guys will be firing range as well as crossfire. A very surprising ban coming in here from NRX. Oh, goodness me. And it is gonna be played at Crash, Leo. The perfect opportunity for both Mac as well as Jean to come out there with the KRM, but it's also the amazing opportunity for a player like Whoopi to pick those KRM players off so far away before they can even approach.
What I love about Crash here, especially in Hardpoint, is the verticality. Instead of fighting for the points, what you do as a support player is you cover the little back alleys, you go for those wraparounds. And again, talking about verticality, Crash is a relatively small map, and besides A long, there really is no safe space for Whoopi to go around for the attack, which I think will make Mac and G unhappy. But again, it's that kind of condition. It's that kind of mental state that gets you in trouble. So we might see Mac have more deaths this time, if ever, or if not him, maybe Gion. While we wait here for Search and Destroy, I wonder what they're going to be banning here. Already, it's going to change the dynamics here, AJ, because again, a respawn mode, just like Hardpoint, definitely demands a different kind of mindset, as you should in a game mode like Search and Destroy, and there are the bans. Standoff and firing range. I wonder where we end up.
Well, yeah, hopefully it's not. Oh, it goes in here to Meltdown. Oh, goodness me. NRX is super solid when it comes to Meltdown gameplays, right? So Triple V Esports with this pick as well. We know they have shown us their prowess here before. The ones who can guard middle, they are going to be holding down the attacking squad in here, Leo. But I don't see how this is going to play into the hands of Triple V.
Yeah, well, for Triple V, I think it has to essentially be a game of how many do we send over the Big Chimney, how many do we send over the generators, and from there, make the most of these, two enforcers that they have, Gion and Mac. And it's going to come down to making use of essentially those bodies, these warm bodies on the ground, make sure that they're more than just vision and they trade safely and smart. Of course, you want to be able to win these trades whether you're on the offense or the defense. Now, for domination, they ban out Crash and firing range. Here's another respawn mode, and it seems like we're gonna go back to Meltdown if we reach game number 3.
Oh, well, let's see if or not NRX will allow Triple V the space to get to map number 3, because obviously they will be looking to put this away quick. NRX has not had the best of starts at the group stages, as you know, Leo, and well, good luck to them. Hopefully they will be able to make a big comeback in here.
Yeah, this is going to be a statement for NRX. While VVV has been burning bright, they have been a little more consistent than they have in the first half of the year. It's all about NRX proving their consistency. NRX proving that, hey, we're one of the biggest names in the Philippines. We're one of the biggest names in the region, and we're very much capable of making it back into the spotlight. Again, there's so much on the line here. This first best of 3, a sure elimination happening at the end, whether or not it's a sweep or we go the distance. AJ, I'm getting antsy, man. I'm getting antsy. First up, we're going to be visiting Crash. It's going to be hard point. I'm wondering exactly what kind of splits. Again, we talked about the range advantage that NRX have. But again, given the verticality here we go onto the map. I'm expecting that NRX knows what's up.
It's going to be Idra that kicks things off here. Coming in with the chopper as usual, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That means the boys from NRX, they are indeed serious. Whooping with the opener on Mac. And things have been kicked off. But it's Triple V with the first few points, with NRX coming in right out.
That's going to be the point free right here. I think the game that DVB is playing is just straight up aggro. We're watching right now Crims taking care of things from up top. Third story now from down bottom. NRX finds space and they score up a little bit. But wow, VVV just never gives up. This is just hard trading, back in control, VVV.
It's solid display in here by Triple V so far, but the kills are being raked up in here by NRX. NRX don't seem like they want to go in for those points at all. They just want those score streaks for the end game. So we see exactly how NRX is trying to play this. And just look at the number of kills Crush already has on the screen on your right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They just want blood. And in the process, if they do happen to get the hard point, why not? They'll take those 3 points.
Now we're going to be moving on to the second point right here. Closing it up, starting out strong. There you go. We have another set point here. NRX down by about 3 points, but now back in the driver's seat. VVV. Gion goes down. And yeah, I can see now what you're saying, AJ. It's a huge deficit when it comes down to kills, and they are saving up. We are far from even halfway point to halftime. And VVV Esports, is this smart? Is this smart that they're trading for the early game? Because Nick Flip is making up for their losses earlier. Still the lead, but far from even just crushed.
Yeah, but even though NRX is allowing them to pick up those points, they're still kind of holding them back. I mean, if you just get 1 full hard point in here, that's equivalent to about 60 points. So NRX is not going to find it difficult at all to play catch up right now, because even if they were to go in now for a full hard point right after this, they will be right back in their equals, right? But in terms of those kills, we can see exactly what NRX is trying to do. But are they going to make this mistake of underestimating Triple V? Because a few squads have already done it so far. Nick Flip coming in here just like Crush was doing yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, boys. So sandwiching himself between the wall and the transform shield just to guard that house down.
Making it extra difficult. And now, HXS with a point-blank sniper shot, making the most of this Arctic 50 right now. But catches his head off guard is a member of NRX. But still, I do think it's just a matter of seconds before VVV catches it once more in contention. Hydra with the chopper from afar. Crims now trying to wall bang through this, but gets caught himself. Still way ahead. We are approaching here halfway mark, and just like that, I do believe we are going to see here how they stop it right now. This is just saying, Jeremiah, hold on. We got this. Catch up, guys. Catch up. We're trading up hard. And if anything, yeah, Nick Flip is the only one who's making sense of just this game. He understands the economy of the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, time where Triple V needs to start pushing, right? Because NRX is gaining that momentum and they can't allow that. They need to stop it no matter what. If they can go in here for that 100-point push, oh no, this is what I have been fearing, Leo. NRX seems to be waking up, and with this catch-up, I don't know what will Triple V do to walk these guys out of their areas.
Yep, this is perfect timing. They understand that, hey, because of our score streaks and because of maybe the operator skills. Now look at this. Can be with the Annihilator. They're going to be able to catch up. And now they're way ahead. Well, ahead by about 5, give or take. And they have 30 seconds solid on this point right here. And looking at the way the map looks, it's just VVV is way far off. Gion being sent out just like that. Take a break.
but he took himself out, man. Whoopi takes HXS out as well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And this is exactly what I have been talking about. NRX Jeremiah with this comeback in here. Triple V has not done enough to stop them, because if they don't break this streak, NRX will look to bury this out at the very next hard point, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here comes Idra with the chopper right now, just cleaning house and even missing those shots. Oh, shit! He is just doing the laundry right now, washing the boys from Triple V Esports out, and they will continue to pick up those points. 50 seconds in this house, Leo. They have the opportunity to close match number 1 out right now.
That's Casa de la NRX right there. House of Jeremiah, that is. They have all the score streaks, and Nick Flip, not exactly the best time to have here. Oh, a transform shield. He sneaks one out, tries to blow up the sentry gun. He gets it. That's gonna add some points to you, but real quick, here we go. They're gonna start to wash out. The raid has begun. NRX Jeremiah, they understand that underneath them lays their opponents. Nick Flip here with the FHJ, tries to get one, misses out, gets smoked himself. Oh man, this is just 3-4 points away from NRX Jeremiah taking game 1. That's it, that's the first half.
Leo, did you see that methodical annihilation of Triple V Esports? Such a well-calculated game. They let go of those points. They said, we don't care. You won those points. You won the hard point. Go right ahead. They focused in on those kills. They followed their plan, and Triple V Esports couldn't have seen it coming. Even when they did, there was no way they could stop it, man. It hit them like a truck, and just like that, the champions, the kings of Garena, has taken match number 1.
It makes sense, man. I mentioned it earlier. Again, there's very few moments wherein you can talk about how these things could happen, but exactly what NRX Jeremiah 2911 played there was the economy of opportunity. I'm pretty sure VVV knows what's up. I'm sure VVV at some point, or even right before the game started, they said, watch out for it. They're going to start giving up the early points, rack up the score streaks, play like it's deathmatch up until they can confirm a win, make a beeline for 150. And essentially, that's what happened. They kind of stopped VVV Sports at about, 80, sub 100. It was difficult to reclaim that last few points. And just like that, even that one sentry gun took, a precious 5-10 seconds. And speaking of which, here it is. There you go. Just halfway. I was going to say sub 100, but it was 75, AJ.
They stopped them in their tracks, Leo. I mean, Triple V Esports couldn't do anything once NRX just woke up and said, okay, this is where we stop things and we start collecting those points, right? They couldn't do anything about it. Oh, dude, if at all Search and Destroy is anything like Hardpoint, it's going to be our very first donut of the day.
Ooh, making me hungry. But speaking of which, we're going right into Meltdown. We are prepping for Search and Destroy. And this time, maybe, at least just maybe this time, VVV Sports, they themselves stretch their legs, prep up, and do better in this non-respawning game mode. Search and Destroy, this is going to be a change of tempo for sure. And this is definitely going to be a closer one. I hope in efforts to give the fans of both NRX and VVV the show that they're expecting, the competition, the clash of giants that they know that not only should be happening on local soil, but now even in a regional competition such as this, an international esports league as the MSP major.
Absolutely right. Now, I'm so excited for this match because I cannot wait for Mac and Jean to pull out those KRMs, and Crush is going to be coming in for those CQCs as well. So it's going to be hot battles at both Alpha as well as Bravo at those sites, right? But HXS as well as Whoopi, they are going to be trying to pick guys off from the middle. So it's 2 squads going in there. Each and every single player, they are now full on legit pro players who know their positions and know their roles, to see 2 teams from the Philippines at the top of their game taking on each other, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Search and Destroy at Meltdown. This one is a must-see. Let's go. With Nick Flip starting things off. Trophy system in place. Goes in for a quick scout at the mid. It's going to be Kendi in here with the Fennec. Nobody's going to be making
Targets in
those
sight.
silly moves so early in the game. The attacking side, Triple V Esports. Max spots a player. Goes in for the quick
early
plant.
trades here.
124. Yeah, to 5.
The bomb has been planted.
Oh, there you go. 45 seconds on the clock. VVV gets a successful plant. They have called Big Chimney home. And now it's up to NRX to see how to play this. Oh, Crush catches one. Fennec down the line gets one as well. They're not trading. Crush survives. Finally gets his comeuppance. Now it's Crims next up. HXS and Gion, they are left. KRM and a BY15, pretty good coverage against a lone Idra. He knows he can't go for the defuse. He knows he can't go for the retake. Walking by, it's a wipeout. Double Jeopardy gets him. VVV Sports already showing great shape. They are coming back online, man. AJ, 1 point to VVV.
Oh, such a great showing in here for Triple V Esports. The way they held it side down once the bomb went down was just solid, right? Idra just couldn't do anything. A 2-on-1 situation on top of that against a squad like Triple V. It's not going to be easy, not even for the almighty Idra. It's going to be Jean going in for the push with the Fennec. He is going to be dropping back whilst his squad goes in for the plant. It's going to be NRX right now on the defense. How are they going to be picking this off, Leo? Let's watch.
Oh, I love how they just go straight for the beeline onto Isles, onto the generators, switching it up real quick, and just like that, they put a clock on NRX Jeremiah. Crush here has to answer. He has his eyes down the sights, gets one. It is going to be a 3v4. Oh, he catches another. That's a double for your boy. He is going to be using the verticality, the 2v2 situation. Idra and Crush go down just like that. He was on a rampage, but right there, stopped by VVV Sports. Still ahead here, 2-0. They're feeling it.
I mean, Crush, he was just flying through the air with the KRM, but there's just nothing you can do, man. Triple V Esports, a single step ahead every single step of the way in here. Can they keep it up? This is their opportunity, because when NRX goes on the attack, things are going to be changing. So Triple V needs to pick up each and every single point. Daisy with those shots not meeting the target. Mac takes him down. In response, it's going to be HXX blinded out here with those smokes. The bomb can be placed on the ground, but Mac is just going to be holding back just for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Just enough with Whoopi as he takes HXS out of the equation. Kendi traded out immediately. A 3-on-3, Leo, we have left.
Interesting how Mac is making this sort of decision. Well, it's actually now a 3v4. Still, VVV Sports Agency, they have the numbers advantage. Oh, Gion spots one. He gets taken out. This time, it's a 3v3. It's a dance showdown. Idra took a few hits there, but still survives. I don't understand why Mac is taking his time. He's still caught out here. Nick Flip on this. Oh, he loses it. All for the cost of the plant on a big chimney. Gonna be the hot zone. I wonder how NRX Jeremiah is feeling right now, since they do have the numbers game.
Well, Mac needs to go in here for the protection. Triple V Esports, they are shaking now because NRX comes in. Oh, what a prevention by Mac. Goes in for another shot in there. The talent out on Fennec doesn't pull it off. It is Crush who comes back in there with the response. Crims going in, denied immediately. It's going to be NRX that picks one round back in here, Leo.
That's going to be enough time for the defuse. First point for NRX Jeremiah. Great wipeout with enough time on the defuse for a cup of tea. AJ, I got to note, one of the few reasons why I think Mac could not finish, could not get the retake or, protect from the defuse was because of the relatively small clip on the Fennec. I swear, the engagement time on that gun is so tiny.
It's so tiny, but it's so rewarding if at all you get your enemies in a cluster, right? Two of them standing side by side is going to take both of them out. You make one small mistake and then goodbye. You're going to lose that round. I mean, a similar story in here for the KRM, but Crims comes in as he wipes Whoopi out. Mac and Jean on standby. Nick Flip goes in. Jay-Z out of the equation. Nick Flip taken down by Kendi. Living in a 3-on-3. Oh, HXS with the grenade of fire raining down. Kendi out as well. What can NRX do to make a comeback in here now?
They got 30 seconds on the retake. Crims, HXS, Mac, they're still on the ground here. Boots taking care of business. Crush now finds the back line. Oh, he deletes one. That's a 2v2. Crush survives. It's just Mac. How's Mac gonna do this? Oh, he gets destroyed. And just like from round number 3, 4 is taken here by NRX Jeremiah. Ooh, I'm feeling for VVV right now. I feel like if you're on the attack and you're the team that's trying to go for the comeback, you have to make the most of the offensive points you can get. Because right now, NRX Jeremiah, they are just taking it to VVV, and we're 1 away from the swap.
Oh, well, Triple V better take this last point in here, because after this, things are going to get so difficult. NRX are just pure monsters on the attack. They push in for those quick plants. They know exactly when to hold back. Their mind games are relentless. And we're going to open up with a quick grenade in here. Whoopi just waiting. He might get a chance in here with a quick scope. Falls back. Doesn't go in for the engagement, but he has called it in. The report has been made. The teams are coming in here. It's going to be a showdown, Leo.
Yeah, love the use of the thermite here, making sure that no one crosses through that back line. Just slows him down. Easy pickings for Mac on this KRM. Let's see, no casualties just yet. AJ, this is probably the most friendly game we've seen so far, with 30 seconds left on the clock. Gion, first blood here, drawn by NRX Jeremiah. I wonder, are they gonna take it down? Because, ooh, that's another quick snipe. Oh, HXS next. It's a 4v2.
Targets in sight.
Oh, just like that, so quick. Things change. Jay-Z going in for the quick defusal. Backs away. He needs to back his friends up, and they do exactly that. The communication within NRX is just untouchable, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So fluid. They swap their roles around. Jay-Z goes in, drops in for those backup, and he did exactly what he needed to do. If he didn't, there is no way the defusal could have been pulled off that quick. What a way. And they take the lead right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah on the attack, switching it up, and I do hope that they do not show hesitation, because I think that's one of the few things that cost VVV those offensive points. Now, point A, Big Chimney, gonna be called in here. Idra with the plant. Candy covering base over on the other side of the map. There you go. Clock ticking, man. 40 seconds left. They made a decision. They made the call.
Yeah, the speed as to NRX, who goes in. I mean, they put so much of pressure on squads like Triple V Esports, forcing them to come in quick for the defusal and catching them off with those mistakes. Look at Nick Flip go in there. With a second piece, Jay-Z gets taken down. Can Nick Flip get it done yet again? Idra says no. And it is NRX, Leo, that goes up to 4-2.
I'm feeling it. VVV Esports, they are on a wire this time, man. The ice is thin, and NRX Jeremiah, they're smoking, man. They're smoking the ground, making sure that it's just perilous. VVV Esports, I don't know what their plan is right now, but if there is something they have to do, is they have to make sure that A is hot so that NRX Jeremiah don't get the free calls, because I think a part of the game plan here for Jeremiah is conditioning. Look at that. What a blitz plan. I don't think that was even 15, 20 seconds in. And just like that, clock's ticking. Gion taken out. Nick Flip gets destroyed as well. That's going to be HSX surviving an engagement, taking out Whoopi and Candy. That's a good trade, 3v3 this time. Crims down the sights, looking for another. Reload before they engage. That's going to be a two-pronged attack. It's still, oh no, 2v2, 2v3. Oh, numbers game still on the side of Jeremiah until they lost that. They have Mac. It's Mac. They have to circle around him. Oh, and they get it. And just like that, one more round, AJ. One more round before Jeremiah moves on to the lower bracket finals.
Oh, such a solid push in there. A 20-second push. They go in for the early plant, downing the clock down to 45 seconds. And from then on, just forcing Triple V Esports. I mean, Triple V right now, they're just playing into the hands of NRX. NRX, they are calling the shots like kings. And Triple V Esports, I mean, they're just following the Pied Piper right now, Leo.
It's not even their dance. That's the thing, is they never got a call on the jukebox. And just like that, they lost 3. Ladies and gentlemen, trading out for Crush. That's a good deal. Ken D here might not even consider the plant anymore. Might be perilous. Here we go. It's just Mac. Mac, where you going? We're chasing you down. He gets 1. It's a 3v1. Can you win this? Could have been too much to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, NRX Jeremiah claims victory 2-0, sweeping VVV Esports.
What a reverse sweep, Leo. I mean, Triple V looked so strong in their first two rounds went their way. And just when we thought, okay, maybe they have found exactly what it takes to take NRX down. NRX says, wait, calm down, calm down. We're just feeling the squad out. And they went in there, guns blazing. When they won it, they really won it. Just like how they put a stop to that 75-point roll at hardpoint. They put a stop to that 2-point roll at Search and Destroy as well. When NRX wants it, NRX gets it.
Here's the thing, AJ. The way it looks is NRX makes the most of what resources they have. And one of those resources is time. They use the same thing in Hardpoint. They play it on Crash. In Meltdown, it's the same thing. Will allow you guys to, set the pace, figure out. Again, a part of me thinks it's conditioning. It's the mind games, right? They're psyching out VVV Sports, and just like that, they stopped them at 2. It looks like it's the exact same thing. Didn't even let them go to 3.
Yeah.
It's hard stop at 2.
And I think that is a very strong message being sent out to the other squads as well. It's a very strong message being sent out to RSG and then later on to Divinity Uprising as well. And just like that, Leo, we now have just the 3 kings of MSP left at the MSP Major.
It's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to 3. 2 Singaporean teams, 1 Filipino team. I'm excited, man. Let's check out the highlights.
It was Idra that opened things up in here, but Triple V Esports, Leo, at the start of the game as well, we noted that they were doing so well. They kept going back and forth with those points. They weren't dominating, but at the same time, they weren't allowing themselves to be dominated, right? Look at Jean go in there with those kills as well. Nick Flip, they were popping off left, right, center, but it was NRX that was the one that was picking up those kill points.
Yep, they were allowing the points to go, but not without costing them. They made VVV Sports pay, and eventually, the few points that they scored plus the score streaks, that just ended up sealing the deal for maybe the latter half. Essentially, yeah, that's what NRX Jeremiah did. They suffered. They went through the earlier game, but not without making VVV Sports pay, and then just closed it up strong. They did better though. Obviously, this is a much cleaner win on Search and Destroy and Meltdown, if I may say.
Absolutely right. 150-75, 6-2. What a shutdown at Meltdown that was, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And on that note, NRX puts Triple V Esports aside to step on to the next stage in here to meet RSG, your champions, your kings of Malaysia. RSG has managed to get the better of NRX on a few occasions. NRX has gotten the better half of RSG on a few occasions as well. They've picked up beautiful wins. Both of these squads, they know each other so well. But this time, this is for reals. Who will be able to emerge the champions, Leo? Do you want to take a pick, buddy?
No, you're putting me on the spot. I don't think so. It's not that easy, man. I would not want to be the one who says so, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, check it out. This is how we are going along the evening. RSG, again, from Malaysia, perfectly, squarely in place to face off in a lower bracket final, a best of 3 against NRX Jeremiah 2911 of the Philippines with Divinity Uprising of Singapore just waiting. How perfect is that? We ended up with like a representative from each country.
And here's the best part, right? All 3 of these squads, they were invited in here to the playoffs, to the group stages.
Oh, yeah.
So they got invited in and they're sweeping everybody up. And that's what's amazing, and also something that I want to see changing in the near future as well. Yes, it's great to see these squads go up there and dominate, but we also want to see competition within the scene, right? When are those other squads going to rise up to the occasion? I mean, I think this time squads like Classico Rampage, squads like even like Triple V Conquerors, who have managed to reach up to this stage so fast, the pace of improvement within those squads has just been absolutely amazing so far, Leo.
No doubt, no doubt. One of the few things I think that the MSP Major wants to achieve as well, besides recognizing the best of the best, is to make new stars. And I'm always on the lookout, I'm sure
Yes.
you are as well, of new developing talent. And kudos, hands down, to VVV Esports, their main squad, because they themselves have gone through a few changes, especially throughout the year 2020. It's been a crazy year, no doubt. But for esports, especially Call of Duty Mobile, it's been great. So I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to see the top three right now. Who's it gonna be? You asked me earlier. I'm not gonna throw you the same question, man, because I know for sure that it's gonna be just as difficult for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone making this happen, thank you all so much for coming over and joining us, because coming up next is gonna be the best of three. It's gonna be Malaysia versus the Philippines, NRX Jeremiah 2911 versus RSG. Just sit back, relax, prepare for that. AJ, do you have your snacks? Do you have your drinks? Because I honestly have to grab mine.
Yeah, I need to go and grab mine too. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys need to go grab yours too. But don't forget to hit that like and share before you do, all right? A quick short break. Leo and I will be right back.
Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go.
Someone right there behind you taking your bombs down with the wall bang as well. But still, Divinity Uprising doing everything.
He went in there, but he just didn't capture it. And finally, they come back in there. And so many points wasted. None of the Impunity members were there to stop them from capturing Alpha. And finally, when they do attempt it, they as well back in there again and again and again. What a shocker coming in from Singapore today, Will. It will. 45 seconds will be left on the clock with a three-man team coming in here to stop the Conquerors from going to point number 5 and Sky getting taken down. Will to pull off a miracle, or he can get taken down. Here comes two more players, and he's down Mac right there in front of him, and he goes in.
He's picking up the bomb already, but the problem is Jimmy's right there as well. Kills one, trying to go with the second one though. But I think Zaref will be in a very tight situation right here. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's going to be Krebs for Zaref. He sees one, but Zaref with a clutch.
The Mayos annihilator as well. Back and forth between the two squads. But at the end of the day, it will still be held by Triple V Conquerors. Moa just going crazy with that annihilator gameplay. And oh goodness me, how many kills is that Black and Blue?
Right there. Found for the side of Impunity, but still cannot get some more control. James able to find a frag with the annihilator. He's able to find a second on the Sky. And that has been a good third shot to find Zion as well. Will he find the fourth? Yes, he does. 50 or 45 is all they really need to make it up here now, as they're going to seize control and not give this hard point up for the duration.
Absolutely.
We look with what is left in the clock and that's what they're going to hide.
Oh, shut up the two freaking feet. What the hell, bro? One bullet, 2 kills. Shut up is on freaking fire.
Play safe here towards the side, so Rawlings only truck is actually going towards his way. If he can find Fracture, yes he does. Finds a double kill on Krebs. What a great play there by Tamayo.
Gonna be falling into Impunity's hands, but not if Jean can do something about that. Gravity Spikes comes in by Jean. Zane as well as Guy taken down. And it is a full-on lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A triple cap by Team Red India.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, all these teams are trying to be really slow-paced here, guys. I mean, they're not being that aggressive, though, but look at that Zaref there with a 2K. So Mary, if we're gonna win to all these teams right now.
Whoa! Oh, Ace flying in there with a 3-piece with his KRM as well. Whether or not, yet another takedown this time. Yaku sees the end of that KRM, and it's going to be the Gravity Spike
5, but that is the Beetle coming in from Yaku. Sees one, trying to go with the second one. And the thing is, PDR, Energy Jeremiah just stopping the players, just stopping that Beetle too. From up top, we have Idra, but J-Ben with a 2K, 142 points versus 139. And it's really hard for us to know who's going to win this though. The game is really close.
It is close, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But as we pull in here towards the end of our match, 15 seconds on the clock, 146, 147, 148 right now. Gonna get picked up by PDR Reborn. 149, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I give you a donut, says PDR Reborn, as they beautifully take a 3-0 victory over your kings of Garena Call of Duty Mobile. But don't forget, XS1 also on the way from Triple V.
They'll have to come in quick, the SS1 for Triple V, because time is ticking away.
And what a takedown on the XS1. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Classical Rampage!
Has been taken down. Oh, nearly gets taken down, and now it's 1v1. MIB yet again! 5 beats the trade, and Triple V Conquerors makes it 1-1 yet.
Going in, it was a beautiful takedown, but right now Crush is left all there by himself. A 2-on-1, and it makes it what? No, I'm not gonna start rapping, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're gonna call Crostaceo in there for that. But he gets yet another takedown. It's gonna be Kenshi that gets snuffed at that point. It's gonna be PDR. Oh, goodness me. Shut Up is on fire, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're just Jamin in here right now. One boy, and Shut Up goes in for the final showdown.
GG, they are very great, and at the same time has a strong firepower.
Yeah, we are seeing.
But I am just going to buy time for you here, Cord. Looks like, oh, we'll Crush. See him now, but this is already looks like it's time to defuse it. Will he be able to defuse that one? No, because Crush will
Able to take it, and here we go. Irfan J going for the hit. It is a 1v1 right now. Irfan J going against Whoopi, and Whoopi will be hit. Irfan J will be taking that kill from NRX Jeremiah. The points, the flags are still in favor of NRX Jeremiah, but the kills are balanced from both teams. Idra right now securing this area, making sure that no one will be able to backstab him on front of this generator. But there you go, Irfan J will be hit in there by Idra. Idra doing a great job. Idra taking Flex in here, will be rushing in, will try to take them off with a KR in gameplay. One down. Oh, Flex, two down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
to
girls.
the MSP Major. Oh, yes, AJ, what's good? Welcome back. My name is Leo.
Buddy, you
Joined here by the
you owe me
one.
a soda, man. Nah,
Yes.
nah. Ladies and
Me
gentlemen,
too.
boys and girls. No. I don't accept this, all right? I don't accept this. Now Leo owes me a soda, all right? Okay? we can't jinx each other out, Leo. But
Gotcha.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man. It was your open, but I had to jump in there. My mustache was twitching, right? Because what
course.
we just saw was absolutely spicy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The way Triple V Esports got put aside methodically by the boys from NRX was just way too good, Leo. As we move into the match between RSG and NRX, man, I just like you've mentioned, right? It's blown wide apart. There's no way anybody can call what's gonna happen now.
Yep, and this is going to be a clash between a Malaysian team and, of course, the Filipino invited teams. And again, it was what serendipity that you just mentioned. Like, wow, it was destined to happen. That these teams, that the MSP Major, that ESL, our organizers here, just said, you know what, get them in here and let's see how they do. Apparently, this is exactly how it goes, man. There's a reason why we wanted them here, and essentially they have climbed their way up right through the brackets with Divinity Uprising being the better so far as they're waiting, chilling in that best of 5, waiting for who will come through the spoils, remain the victor here in this best of 3. You know what? I have a question for you, AJ. I have a question for you. RSG here, this is their first matchup of the day, right? Do you
Yeah.
think there is an advantage for NRX given that they've already warmed up? They just swept their countrymen. They swept VVV Esports. You think there's an advantage when it comes to the warm-up?
I don't think so, right? Because these guys go in there, they play tons and tons of games every single day. That's probably warm up number 300 for NRX right now, because they're just itching to take all of these other squads down, right? The thing that is so confusing to me is because when we went in to the MSP championships, it was this is exactly what happened. Malaysia beat the Philippines beat Singapore, and Singapore beat Malaysia, right? And if the exact same things happen today, then that means we are going to go into the match and NRX is going to be the squad that gets kicked out. But a lot has happened since the MSP championship, right? And NRX is a different kind of beast now, because not only have they improved so much, they are now the kings of Garena. They are the champions that are going to be representing, right? But you know what? Let's take a quick look and see at the lineup, Leo. Whether there are any shuffles, a last minute shuffle maybe from these squads. It looks like there is none, because the exact same 5, the power team, Eds, Derb, Ranger, Raven, and Smokey stepping onto the field for RSG. And Captain Ranger is not going to accept defeat this time. Divinity has picked one up. NRX has picked one up. Right now, for him, it is the time for RSG to shine.
Yep, RSG here, dressed to kill, ready for a lethal intent. And if it's not the finger guns, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be in game that they shoot up. But again, you've already been introduced to NRX Jeremiah 2911. You know the boys from the Philippines. It's Whoopi once more, Warren Teasy, Jay-Z, Idra, Crush, and Candy. Again, even in a map such as Crash, I was about to say Crash, a player like Whoopi is still able to go for these point blank snipes. It's amazing. It's impressive that even amongst the rubble, even amongst chaos, you're still able to flex that support role that you have. And I'm excited to see how they do this up against RSG coming up next.
Well, let's pull up the head-to-head, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and take a quick peek at the MVPs for both sides and see how they measure up to each other. We've got Raven going head-to-head with Crush in here. Both those CQC players. We can see Raven. He is the roamer for the squad for RHG. Sometimes he doubles back up as the objective player as well. The average kill in there, 14.25. He goes in and he brings the rain of bullets down on his opponents all the time, Leo.
Makes sense, yeah, because for Raven to swap between, again, roamer or even carrier, henceforth the score goes up despite the lower assist and, of course, higher average death, as compared to Crush, who is basically just a hitman. That's what I've seen from Crush recently.
Absolutely.
That's what I know he does. As soon as he can click onto his Annihilator, even so without it, he's able to take names. 11.5, that's above, higher than average a little bit. Nothing compared to the 14.25 that Raven is bringing out here, but when it comes to assists, more than twice, more than half. It's half. Raven is at less than half that Crush can give here. So really, when it comes down to rain and bullets, Crush hits more, but Raven just a little bit more efficient.
Crush does exactly what his name says, man. But let's see, right, as we go into the day-to-day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, picking on a squad like NRX to take on RSG, to take them out of this, I don't know, Leo, because there has been a lot of talk on the street that this is going to be the final competitive, scene that RSG steps into for quite a bit. They want to rest right after this. So, it is going to be quite disappointing for themselves if they don't go out with a bang. So this is do or die for them right now.
Yep, it's going to be a nice way to go. But yeah, that kind of disappoints me. I mean, they just recently went through a rebranding again from Resurgence, now to RSG. Great way to again make a statement in the world of esports, but sucks that Ranger and the rest of the lineups are gonna have to take a break from here. I really do hope that they go far, but just the same, I'm wishing NRX Jeremiah 2911 luck. We can't let the kings of Garena go down so easy, and I'm sure RSG knows that much.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a quick look at the ban and picks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to see if or not the mind games will come in here, because we know RSG wants to drag NRX over the summit. We know NRX wants to pull those boys into firing range, and standoff gets blocked off by the boys from RSG, and it is NRX that doesn't want to play at firing range, maybe because they know on just how much RSG has improved there, and it looks like RSG is going to be dragging them into summit. So the boys want to go all out, Leo.
Yep, they get their way here. I love the 3-lane setup of Summit and NRX. Even if it is RSG who's setting the pace here, even if it is RSG saying, you know what, this is where we go, no way around it. I do think that since we grow so far along, especially throughout the day, this year's competitive scene, then maybe this doesn't suck so bad. Maybe this isn't so this isn't so much as a compromise. Maybe, you know, maybe NRX is actually welcoming this now. Who knows?
With the other squads, you know, you can pick a map that they are weak on, but I have to say, right, thus far, I have not seen NRX do badly on any given map whatsoever. They always have that map control, no matter where you drag them into. But maybe a squad like RSG can prove us wrong and show us that there are some unexploited weaknesses within the defenses of NRX. But as we move into Search and Destroy, though, Leo, a much slower pace game, standoff gets better. And again, maybe RSG has sniffed out a new meta here for NRX, and Crash gets ticked off the list by the boys from NRX, and we are going to see a showdown at Crossfire.
All right, Crossfire, Search and Destroy, pretty basic. You have the back alley for B, then you have the melons for A. This is all right. Again, a player like Whoopi and of course Idra gonna have some fun above Laundry, above the bakery. This is essentially Sniper's heaven right now. And yeah, just RSG going away from standoff. I wonder if NRX can play around this, because yeah, if NRX, you know for sure, we all admit, we can say without a doubt that they always have map control. I wonder if there's some way, especially now in map number 3, on domination, they're able to make RSG feel a little uncomfortable. As we go into the bans now, this time they're taking out Crash, NRX taking out firing range, and we are going to go ahead and land. If we make it to game number 3 into Summit, there you go. All over again, full circle.
Okay, I get it, right? I get it that RSG won the coin toss, but it's like NRX is helping the map picks go RSG's way. And I just smell mind games all over the place here, Leo. It's as if NRX is saying, hey, let's go. Let's play at your house. Let's go over to your home and we'll bring you the rain in your house. Let's go, RSG. And I really don't know how RSG is going to respond to this.
Right? And as the players of RSG, at some point, it's gotta smell fishy, man. From mind games to land mines. I'm pretty sure they're starting to go, hold up. I know that this is my house. I put that carpet right there. That's my rug. Yeah. Let's see what's underneath it. There's gotta be something here. Something's going on with the way NRX has been drafting.
Exactly right. And firing range, you know, I see that really going in the way of NRX with the way they just lock that map down. So, well, the best of luck to RSG. The last thing we want here for them is to get a donut handed over. Hopefully, even if it is a loss for either one of these squads, we see it being called by that very final domination match today.
Yep, and if anything, we know for sure that today, NRX is feeling very generous. They are not hesitating to hand out donuts, man. If you want a soda, NRX would be giving you a donut, but we'll find where the soda gets you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Summit. RSG and NRX Jeremiah looking to score first. Early take by Jeremiah. This is different from the way they approached their first game here.
Oh, absolutely. But it seems like NRX is going to be the one that picks up this first few points. Control room in here. It's going to be Whoopi in the back, not, you know, focusing in on those points. He is waiting for those players to drop in. RSG, on the other hand, a little lackluster from the get-go. They seem to be getting wiped out left, right, center here, Leo.
And look at this. All throughout the first 5 minutes, well, the first 10 seconds of this game right here, NRX Jeremiah already up to 30. They are holding down the first hard point in the control room. And look at this contestation. Oh, but no. Just as soon as RSG had to say, NRX cleanly wipes it off. Eds here gets taken out. I really like how they're cleaning up for coverage here, because you're still seeing even the support players don't change up. Even the support players will still stick to what they know.
And to pick up 52 points and still go, NRX just annihilates RSG at hardpoint number 1. Control room that was under the full control of NRX Jeremiah, and crushes his opponents. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what in the world are we witnessing, Leo?
This is the landmine. I think RSG stepped on it. And man, earlier asked you at the start of this best of 3, does the warm-up have any effect? So far, it looks like it does. They are now 70 points ahead. They're at halfway mark. And RSG literally had a fraction. Not even, dude. It's 3-7, 3-80. What's going on?
Yeah, look at Idra, man. He's just parked himself in between the wall and the transformation. I love this new meta that the players are playing in here, right? Because it makes them so difficult to take down. But now Smokey using that transform shield, getting denied by Whoopi's KRM to the face. These guys are on fire, and they are bringing down the thunder. It is 96-6, and RSG does not have an answer for the questions NRX is asking right now, Leo.
They're not ready. This is essentially the equivalent of let's talk and you just woke up. You have no idea how to respond. This is essentially NRX Jeremiah taking over from the previous series and just bringing the same momentum, springboarding off their win against VVV Esports, now bringing it against RSG. They are, what, give or take, AJ, 30 points away from the victory. Rangers trying to break in. This is the hardest I've seen that they try to break into this cable car room. The forklift area is looking difficult. Oh, wow. Look, what is that, 3 or 4 of them in there? 20 points away.
Annihilation. Leo, annihilation. This is a devastating annihilation of the champions from Malaysia. With 11 seconds more to go, RSG just got their asses handed to them big time. 147 to 6. 2 more seconds, and it is 1 freaking 50. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the kings of Garena have arrived.
I'm almost speechless. Almost. All right. If only we did not expect this much from NRX. Because low-key, I kind of understood. Ask you, does the warm-up have anything to do with this? Is there momentum on the back of NRX? And apparently the answer is yes. They were bringing out threats that RSG just were not ready to face. And as soon as they landed in control room number 2, that first hard point, they just set the pace. And man, I did not know you could be that aggressive. I did not know that you could say, ours will kill everyone. Ours will kill everyone. Sure, there were like, moments of hope for RSG, especially as soon as we were switching on from, maybe the second to the third hard point. But really, Summit, I do think NRX likes Summit now.
And I don't think RSG likes Summit anymore. And RSG is just thinking to themselves right now, oh shit, did we just pick Summit for domination as well? You mean if we give ourselves a breathing chance on Crossfire, we just annihilated ourselves at Summit? This is classic NRX mind game played to the T, Leo. I mean,
AJ,
watching
just the same. It's classic, but it's kind of new. It's like, whoa, they pull out a new trick this late in the playoffs.
I mean, we talked about how RSG just couldn't answer any of the questions NRX was asking in that match. But so many people have been asking questions about NRX's performance thus far at the MSP Major, right? Because the group stages, let's put it this way, they sucked big time at the group stages, right? People were asking questions because they were like, what in the world? There's no way NRX would lose to this squad or that squad. So many questions. And all through those times, their captain, their coach, Michael, everybody just kept mum and said, said, hey, you know what? When you fail, when you lose, you just keep your chin up and you continue pushing forward. And this is NRX pushing forward, finally answering questions. The questions that they are answering, their answer is 150 to 6, man.
It's crazy. And again, what better way, man? Because again, actions speak louder than words. And how about a 150 to 10? Did they even reach 10? I don't know. We'll check back. But ladies and gentlemen, we're locking into crossfire here. NRX Jeremiah on the attack. And if their last best of 3 was any indication, they should be going pretty quick here as well. Candy, the first casualty here. Smokey, traded out. Jay-Z looking for a nice quick plant. Oh, Edge gets spotted out. They have the numbers game. NRX Idra survives that engagement. And so far, catches a thermite from behind his Captain Ranger. And still 3v4. They're going to reset and try to go for an angle of attack. Looks like B might be a good call here, Melons, but no, they're having second thoughts.
They will be pushing in here with those second thoughts anyway, because a 3-on-3 is still on the side of NRX, ladies and gentlemen. So they get to call the pace of the game. And it was 150 to 6, by the way, buddy. It was 150
Oh, there you
6.
go.
That was the Whoopi with a 3 freaking piece. What? What was that, Leo?
Well, they wall banged, and of course, after the reminder of, how strong we were, they were listening like, yeah, we can take this too. They go for the wipeout. First point going over to NRX, Jeremiah. AJ, I don't want to call it, but I'm smelling a sweep. Donut being handed left and right by Jeremiah. But right now, first taking out Captain Ranger. Ed's gonna be taking a few hits here, but survives nonetheless. Smokey fails to survive the engagement and goes down. It's now down to Derp. Oh, don't Derp right now. You need to go 500 IQ to go down before 1v4. Ooh, he takes 2. He takes 2.
Derp takes 2, but is it enough? He's got 2 more. Derp! So close! But Candy finishes it. How did he miss that, Leo? How?
I don't know. Well, I'm guessing he didn't. It may have just been, I don't know, a little issue with the way we're seeing it. But I'm sure, a player as good as Derp would not miss a shot. Literally, the Urban Tracker character model was right in front of him, behind the site, and right now they're gonna lose 2 real quick. Derp and Ranger taken out, traded for Whoopi. Crush survives. Crush looking for someone. Oh, it's just Ed's left, and there's a quick wipeout. 3 points in already for Jeremiah. Kobe.
Not like this, Leo. Not like this, man. You can't allow the exit to be like this. This is no mercy gameplay in here from the Filipinos, and they don't even want to give RSG a little bit of a chance in there. They say all out, and they are going all out.
I don't know, man. NRX Jeremiah, again, they have answered some questions. They have posed a few of their own, but I think to really silence the naysayers, right? To really make believers of the haters, they have to play this way. And it sucks that it's at the cost of RSG. That's gonna be 2 down. Eds and Derp taken out. Smokey gets a revenge kill onto Idra, but it may have been too late since the bomb has been planted. 40 seconds left on the clock. Smokey gets taken out, turned into mush, and it's just Ranger left here with the chopper. Gets 1.
Well, just that 1 with 2 more to go. 25 seconds on the clock right now. What can Captain Ranger? He's the hero. What can he do, man? With the Fennec, he's got the chopper in here as well as a backup, but Candy says goodbye with an easy 4th round taken in the bag, Leo.
This is looking dire. They are 1 away from the swap, and hey, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, RSG could be better on the attack themselves. Maybe that's the tempo they're looking for, that they're the ones who set the pace. But yeah, a single mistake could lead to another point, and then from there, it's just game over. So right now, it looks like Smokey wins the first couple of engagements, taking out Idra and Jay-Z. Raven traded out. Let's see where they go here. Eds with the KRM. Looking for a head. Oh, Ranger gets smoked behind the car. It's just Candy and Crush left. Oh!
Well, it's a nice takedown. They pull one back, but is it enough? Is it enough? I mean, because they do it right on time, because it's right now RSG on the attack, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and RSG is not looking to give any chances. The question is, will the defense set up by NRX allow RSG through? Derp going in here with a quick scope first off, goes in for the shot through the smoke and gets the takedown on Candy. He was just too careless in there.
Get down! Sniper!
Love the angle they caught between the car and the rooms. Here we see Derp, again, just remnants of how he played earlier, taking out Hydra. This time it's a 3v4. Ed's still not going for the plant, looking for Melons here, looking for this plant site behind the bus. Smokey takes a few hits there. Thermites abound. Looking for another angle is Derp, planting here, and of course trophy system to keep himself safe. AJ, this is looking good for RSG. It seems like they have found their tempo once more as they have the numbers game. It's Crush taking a few hits there, could not get ahead himself. It's still a 4v2 in favor of RSG.
Yeah. But the way RSG is playing it is just so solid, right? Even if Jay-Z does manage to get this one takedown, I don't think they will be able to make a comeback in here. Raven, as he snuffs Crushes out, and it is just that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A easy second point picked up by RSG. NRX on the back foot right now. They are on the defense, and it just looks like, just like you said, Leo, RSG might just be better on the offense here.
They may have put a hard stop onto NRX Jeremiah's ploys, and this would be anticlimactic, but just the same. What exactly NRX Jeremiah needs? A wake-up call. Because if they go straight into the playoffs, into the grand finals like this, they may be like Icarus, burning out, too close to the sun, and Hydra gets shot out here, taken out by Smokey. Jay-Z, a few hits here. Oh, Smokey taken out. It's a 4v4. Oh, it's still anyone's game at this point. No plants yet. I wonder which site RSG goes for.
Real solid work. They could be pushing into B right now. The bomb is already lurking in there. Being prevented just a little bit by Jay-Z. I wonder, Derp in there with a headshot on Candy. And he has not stopped yet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. One more one for Derp. Spots it out, and Whoopi gets taken down by Derpy Derp. It's gonna be a 4-on-2 right now with Crush and Jay-Z waiting to make a comeback.
Derp has been on fire. Someone give this man a raise. Derp protecting the plant here. There it is. 45 seconds on the clock. Derp spots out. It's a 2v2. So Eds and Derp left against Crush and Jay-Z. Oh, he catches him. The trigger finger is much faster. There's the wipeout. We have a ball game, AJ. 3-4. RSG coming back in this game.
A 4-piece clutch by Derp, the sniper for RSG. Could this be the point where things turn around for RSG? Could this be the equalizer? Derp with the performance takes Whoopi out of the equation, waits for another, doesn't make contact, and he's back away. Thermite, good play in there for the defense, and he will be pushed by Idra. Raven evens things out by a quick trade in there, but at the moment, it's just two players left for NRX. Make that one, because Crush is all alone.
Ooh. I feel like NRX Jeremiah have wasted quite a bit to really just hold up! Can Crush win the duel? Can Crush win the duel? It's a 1v1. Raven versus Crush. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Chopper versus the KRM Crush. We said he was a hitman. I wonder if he can clutch this out. Ooh, he could be spotted first by Raven. Oh, quiet, quiet. This is a critical moment.
Doesn't have the bomb, bro.
He doesn't. So it really has to come down to the duel here. 1 minute left.
The enemy has the bomb.
Oh, there he is. Where do they go?
Exactly how
Oh,
well played by Raven. Solid play. What a comeback. Brings it up for Leo. A solid rise in here by RSG.
Impressive. I think RSG, with Derp in the lead, says we can't fall this way. We are the pride of Malaysia. We have to keep the dream alive. Right now, Derp fails to go for the first 10 seconds kill. He has been for the past few rounds. This time, oh no! He may have lost all energy. He may have expended himself too much, AJ.
Oh, with the whoopee on the takedown on Derp. The Captain Ranger seems to be out of it, but Crush in there. Goes in for Smokey. Aims for another one. KRM just gets it done. Eds gets taken out as well. Hydra taken down by Captain Ranger. It's a 4-on-2. Things really don't look good for RSG. We saw in here a small little light of hope. And Ranger, ooh, nice wallbang. Whoopee goes down. Can he stage a comeback?
It's Raven and Ranger versus 3 here. Bomb is dropped somewhere in the middle. Literally, that's no man's land. You don't want to be caught out there. And Candy spotting out. Where can he find Raven? Where can he find Ranger? He doesn't know. They're on the lower ground. Nowhere among the second floor. Ranger spinning around. Oh, that's his backup to the left. Raven here. Using lethals. Looking for a head. Oh, yeah. This is what NRX Jeremiah is going to plan to do. Just block out the bomb so that they time out. 40 seconds away.
Oh, Ranger doesn't know what to do. Goes in for those wild spams. Candy, as well as Crush, will pull point number 5 into the pockets of NRX. Such a solid defense. RSG just couldn't bring it back. It's second time now, Leo. They've dropped that bomb and scurried around. Earlier, they were saved by Derp, but that time, they didn't get as lucky.
Yep, they need a new hero. Derp was the hero they needed. Now, they have to find the hero that they deserve. Who could it be? Could Captain Ranger come up through? Smoke gets destroyed. Crush does not survive the engagement. Ed's taken out. It's a 2-4-2 here. The economy is not looking great for RSG. Derp is still alive though. The one hope of RSG taken out just like that by Candy through the wall. And it's just Raven. It's just Raven.
Could this be? Is this the last play, Leo? Is this the last play? Did NRX Jeremiah just ask RSG to rest in peace whilst they take a temporary break from the competitive scene? I mean, what a send-off NRX have just set RSG on. One last play in here, and Raven doesn't want to go for the push. Could it be a clutch? If it is, it will be a legendary one, Leo.
AJ, that's 3 guns pointed at you. The numbers aren't looking good. The odds are not in favor of Raven. And man, if ever this is gonna be RSG going straight into RIP, he might as well go in a blaze of glory, man. This might as well be Raven, just like the Vikings, going straight to Valhalla. Oh, but glorious battle seems to be his call. Raven takes out one. It's him versus Jay-Z and Candy. What can he do? Oh, it's a 1v1. It's a duel. It's a duel. Going down to the
Come
split
on,
screen. Let's see.
Raven! Can he do it? Ended by Candy. But what an attempt. What a try in there by Raven. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just the better side. Your kings of Garena, NRX Jeremiah 2911. What a journey through the invitation at the group stages. Such a rocky start, dropping into the lower brackets and soaring through the lower brackets to reach the grand finals where they face off the champions of Singapore, Divinity Uprising.
AJ, NRX 2911, Jeremiah, they were reborn. They have been questioned. They have been put through the trials and tribulations that most teams go through, even champions, and they have proven that they still are worthy of the invite and of the title of Kings of Garena. And now, there's only one who stands in their way. You just put it so well, so poetic, so succinct. Divinity Uprising of Singapore stands in their way, and just like that, off of a duel, my guy, off of a duel between Candy and Raven, it seems like the answer would be Valhalla instead of one more round, instead of one more game, instead of walking into Summit, a trap set by NRX. It seems like they're going to call it a day.
I wonder if they can just take one final box in here to make a perfect victory at the MSP Major, is to hand a final donut over to Divinity Uprising as well. Because if they do, not only would they answer questions being asked of whether or not they are ready for the MSP Major, they would have answered the unasked question that they are ready for the world stage to go in there and bring home the championship.
I guess We'll have to find out very soon. That's a question that we don't have to hold our breath for because that's happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, let's check out the highlights and see exactly how another donut has been handed out by NRX Jeremiah 2911. If anything, man, I actually am pretty close possibly to their boot camp. If they are handing out donuts, could be a freebie, right? Check it out. This is their first game right here at Summit. Again, the dominant 150-6. The 150-6 Summit winning game.
Oh, this was a slap in the face. I have not seen any pro squads annihilated in this manner ever, Leo. Ever. Okay, never ever. And this was just a loud statement being made by NRX. The opener against RSG. This is what we wanted to show you all along. And what a way it was shown.
They gave us a show, essentially. Like, you put it well, it was a show. Like, very few moments we thought that it would... I was hoping it was a contest, to be honest, since there is this ongoing storyline of, oh, they've been dragged into Summit. They don't like this. This is RSG's map. But so far, I don't know, man. Look at that. It was so quick. We didn't even last, 2 or 3 minutes? And now going into Crossfire, at least we can say this one was a contest. This one was a tug of war. And Derp was pulling more than his weight.
He was pulling so much in that game. I mean, he already knew the morale of the squad was already down. He needed to step up to the plate and get something done, and he did it in such an amazing fashion. And it wasn't just Derp, right? Towards the end, we could see Eds as well as Raven going in there to shine just a little bit, but it was just too late towards the very end. And at the end of the day, the caliber that NRX has brought into the tournament today is just of a whole other level. I do not know if anybody can stop them right now.
That's a question that we'll have to ask our upper bracket finalist, Divinity Uprising. And now, I'm not even going to ask you, AJ. I'm going to have to just assume that this is an actual factor. The fire burning within NRX. After going from handing donut to donut, could there be 3 in the box here? Could this be half of half a dozen? Could they be handing one over to Divinity Uprising because of how they've been playing so far, dominating VVV Esports and RSG in the same night? Who's to say? Who's to say we won't see that? Ladies and gentlemen, anything is possible now, given how NRX 2911, the boys, NRX Jeremiah 2911 have risen from all of the hate. AJ, this is amazing. I am so honored to be here with y'all broadcasting tonight. This is one hell of a playoffs.
Oh, likewise, Leo. I'm so excited. At the same time, I'm so freaking nervous. Let's take a quick look at the brackets, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's see the miracle of what NRX has been able to achieve thus far. They came in here. They went down into the lower brackets of round 1. They defeated the Conquerors. Then they met Triple V Esports. They handed over a donut. And Leo, it has to be mentioned, they handed over the donut to the Conquerors as well. They have been on a roll thus far, and it doesn't look like they have run out of steam. If anything, every single step of the way at the MSP major journey thus far, they seem to be getting better and better and better. And here is the most scariest part about NRX. We can clearly see them holding back, and we don't know when we have seen the best.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say that they have been holding back, but yes, it's possible that they are still keeping some cards close to their chest, and that makes me all the more excited. I'm sure our viewers are feeling the same way. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you put it, AJ, NRX Jeremiah 2911, they have been on a donut run ever since their first lower bracket round. All throughout, they have been going this way, and just, I don't know, the OCD person in me just wants to see all the way. Just do the same thing, man. Just follow the pattern. It just has to be this way. But then again, Divinity Uprising, a team that we all respect, a team that well deserves their spot in the upper bracket, will for sure not take this line down.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on those words, we will leave you a few short minutes to take a quick break whilst we go and rest as well. But when we are back, the grand finals, Divinity Uprising, will meet NRX Jeremiah 2911. Leo and I will be right back.
If we just try, and as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes stand by. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces.
He's going to go with the other side, Classico, and they're just really trading out sight. Oh, what a double kill by Zarif. He can make a montage of his own. And so, they're going to try and make something happen back here. Zarif, can we find more picks?
I mean, that was the best sniper takedown. It isn't going to be his own issue. And there you go. 102. It's smoky seconds, and it looks against world finish with this 1-1-2 to 42, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And the referee, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, somebody stop the match because NRX Jeremiah has just eliminated impunity from this domination match. Here comes the beat doll. Whoopi goes out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you your winners.
2 points away from the win here, and so Divinity Uprising already very good positioning, and they're going to retake the point as soon as it comes back up online. Shut out there with it. Annihilator in hand. Just deletes his opponents, and so Classical Rampage. It has to try and group here and make the push come in, but look at this. Oh, shut up!
Together, boys. Okay, looks like Classico will be attempting to catch up with Divinity Uprising with Bravo and Charlie under lockdown thus far. By nomination, Classico's rampage has been achieved finally. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how long can they hold on to it?
Point here for them to be able to win this. Divinity Uprising, 3 points is all they need. It's going to be very close. They're taking the Bravo point. Will they be able to? No. Divinity Uprising, they're going to take this. They're going to take map number 3. They come back from the ages. The Kings have sat back down on their throne, and the crown has been taken once again. What a map number 3. What a comeback from the Singaporeans. Divinity Uprising. What a game we just saw.
But the defender, I mean, the transform shield, the way it was set up, it's just going to keep them out of the area, if at all they do go ahead to lose it to impunity. So Bravo is going to be quite exciting to watch. John coming in here, releases his shock RC, and he will go ahead to push in Charlie this time. But with 2 players in there, what can John do?
Japan trying to make a push. Crush is going to find Yaku. Will he find a second one? Yobabs and Japan are going to find one of their own flex as well, timing in. And it will be clear now by PDR Reborn. They're able to just shut down the entirety of the defense here from NRX. It's only going to be Ken
to the Malaysians, but it looks like Malaysia has got such a crazy hold on this game, right? Resurgence, Derp finally takes Cord down. Although Cord knew those shots were coming in, well, Derp, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, insane hero from Divinity. So much more if they want to win this, because Triple V Esports, they're already reaching that 3-digit mark. Grims with his chopper gameplay going in for the spams, and War Machine comes out. A 3 kills in there for him, 4 kills in total, and he will get his 5th one as well. The 6th one, yes, no, yes, he will pick that up as well.
He can trying to find the frag here towards Shower Room. He's able to find the double kill. Zarf and Apple go down. He's able to pick it right from the tree, and Apples, as he's removed, it's only going to be Ken left alive here. And so, will he be able to find the frag? Yes, he will. Alfari goes out. MIP, the man in black, will he be able to shut off right left? And Ken gets the 4K. What a clutch from BBB Ken.
But there's someone right there behind you taking your bombs down with the wall bang as well. But still, Divinity Uprising doing everything.
He went in there, but he just didn't capture it. And finally, they come back in there. And so many points wasted. None of the Impunity members were there to stop them from capturing Alpha. And finally, when they do attempt it, they as well back in there again and again and again. What a shocker coming in from Singapore today, Will. It will, 45 seconds will be left on the clock with a 3-man team coming in here to stop the Conquerors from going to point number 5 and Sky getting taken down. Will pull off a miracle, or he can get taken down. Here comes 2 more players, and he's down Mac right there in front of him, and he goes in.
He's picking up the bomb already, but the problem is Jelly's right there as well. Kills one, trying to go with the second one though, but I think Zaref will be in a very tight situation right here. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's going to be Grims for Zaref. He sees one, but Zaref with a clutch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MSP Major, and we have come to the grand finals. The long road ends here, and only 2 remain. Standing on top of this long mountain, bodies of esports teams, and of course, the best of the best lay beneath their feet, and only Divinity Uprising from the upper bracket and NRX Jeremiah 2911 stand atop. Who will reign supreme? What an honor it is to be at your service, broadcasting live. It's me, Leo, and of course, the Mustachio AJ, bring you the action. It's a best of 5 coming at you. Man, are you ready?
Oh, I don't know. This is the rematch, Leo. This is the MSP Championship rematch that everybody has been waiting for. Filipino fans all over the country, right? They were so disappointed when NRX could not bag it at the MSP Championship. But of course, at the Garena Invitationals, that was a different story. They did get their revenge. But this is the grand finals, and this is the best opportunity to directly pull one back in here from Singapore. And we know the boys from NRX want it, and they want it so bad. But Divinity Uprising, they are a squad that has been so confident through the group stages. They are the best ones through the group stages. They finished up at the top of the board. So I don't know. I don't know whether the same strats, the same type of game plans that, they have taken up against Triple V Esports as well as RSG will work against the Singaporeans.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the game has changed enough since then. It has been a long road since we started the group stages here. And of course, the playoffs leading into the MSP Major, the conclusion that we're going to be having tonight. And as we've seen, even NRX themselves, their opponents, have changed so far and have evolved, have developed so much that even teams as great as RSG from Malaysia are stumped. They are at a loss. Like, as close as Derp and Captain Ranger and the rest of RSG could catch up, it was just a little too late. Given their 2-game series just prior, NRX is on a roll. They're going around in their donut truck, just handing them out so far, all the way from the lower bracket. And I think they have a couple more left in the tank, man. I really do think they have like at least 2 more here, and maybe Divinity Uprising is going to be on the receiving end.
Oh, and it will be so legendary if they can pull it off. I mean, if they could pull off 150 to 6 on a squad at the caliber of RSG. Oh, I am excited. I am excited. Singapore is going to bring the fire. We know NRX has been bringing the lightning and thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the clash of the greats, the grand finals of the MSP major. I'm talking to you guys, and ooh, the little hairs on my hand, they are standing up straight, man. I am excited. I cannot wait. Let's take a quick look at Divinity's lineup and see exactly who Singapore usual, it's gonna be Wildrilla, Heaven, Shut Up, Incendio, as well as Irfan J coming in from the main squad and caught in there as the bench player. I mean, when we see Heaven with his positioning on those snipes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it sometimes can be said that he might just steal the best sniper title away from Whoopi. This guy is that good. But Incendio and Shut Up, when they step in there for those CQCs, these guys are such amazing aromas as well as objective players. They fall in and out of those roles so easily, Leo.
Yep, and now that we've seen how NRX has evolved, we're going to be seeing them once more, the faces of these young men going up against these titans. Divinity Uprising will note, yes, for sure, there are amazing plays. There are amazing just spots that Heaven should not have been possibly taking those shots. But right now, we have seen that even on the side of NRX, they have evolved to the point where even Kendi, alongside Idra and Whoopi, is just as much a threat at any effective range. And if anything, what they should be worried about is, again, you mentioned the CQC off of Shut Up and Incendio, which was the threat, honestly, from earlier against VVV Esports with Gian and Mac, but even that was a non-starter. Right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the ban real quick, another look at this team who has been running roughshod. Whoopi, Warren TZ, Jay-Z, Idra, Crush, and Candy, NRX, Jeremiah, 2911. Someone do me a favor. Someone like just Photoshop donuts. That's just like in their hands. That should just be a thing, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly right. And you know the community is going to do it, right? Come on, guys. We can count on you. By the time we are done with the MSP major, let's see a few memes out there with Leo and the mustachio, right? And the boys from NRX with just donuts on their fingers, because these guys are on a mission. The mission is not only to prove them that they are the best in the world, but also to prove that they like giving out donuts, man. They get a kick out of doing this.
That's a thing. I mean, better than just winning is winning in style. And of course,
solid.
when the haters be whispering, when the haters be hating, what better way than to let them just eat their hearts out, right?
Yeah,
and
man. I mean,
with some donuts on the side. It's crazy.
This is the biggest slap ever a squad has returned the haters thus far. Because, oh goodness me, it just didn't stop, man. When the performance of NRX went down the drain during the group stages, there was so much of talk. Oh, what happened to NRX now? And these guys, the way they are rising back from the ashes in here is just absolutely unbelievable. I wonder if we have the head-to-head stats up. Let's take a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a sneak peek, right, at the best of these two squads. We know thus far for NRX, who has been, just blazing it up, right, crushed with those CQCs, Leo. But Heaven has got his job cut out for him, and he pulls it off quite well as well.
At the cost of himself, right? Again, Heaven able to take pot shots, able to take these odd angles, but he does find himself quite often on the receiving end of someone else's barrel. But looking at his average score, that's what, 500 more than what Crush lays out. He definitely has a chance here at making a name for himself and, of course, claiming top support role here in this grand finals. But then again, if we could say anything about Crush and the rest of NRX, is that alone today they have been playing the best that they have in the longest time. All right. So from two best of threes that were total sweeps, Crush is feeling it. Who's to say that Heaven is getting a little nervous? I do hope that they respect each other as much, because a single mistake whether it be bravado from Jeremiah or whether it be just sheer confidence and, of course, just carelessness from Divinity Uprising, could lead to, again, a donut for either. Or if not, maybe something like the previous round that we saw in the upper bracket semis between RSG and Divinity Uprising, which was a 3-1, which is just as much a disappointment.
Absolutely right, and we saw the confidence on Insane Dio's face at the interviews at the start of the MSP major kickoff today, right, ladies, German boys, girls. The boys from Singapore, they are confident that the gameplay that they're going to be bringing on here is going to be none of the other squads are expecting, right? But obviously NRX kind of has the same exact thing up their sleeves as well. Nobody expected what we have seen today and yesterday from NRX. They have been absolutely crazy thus far. And if Divinity Uprising can put a stop to it, and not only put a stop to it, but snatch away the MSP major as well, it's going to be one of the biggest disappointments for the Filipinos, Leo.
Yeah, but just the same already, I'm pretty sure the fans of NRX, Jeremiah 2911, maybe half of them were once haters, are now on the other side of the fence. And whatever happens here in this grand finals, AJ, I just gotta say, is just put it out there. Thank the universe that we're even having this MSP Major Grand Finals, because I'm expecting at least one of these games to be as close as a 5-5 S&D, or even maybe a 149-150 win. Nothing like that 150-60. Just hoping. Please, like, I'm pretty sure Divinity Uprising and NRX are like neck and neck right now. That's where I put them.
Exactly right. And that's the part where we get the most excited. Let's take a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at the ban and pick on whether or not it's going to go on the side of, Divinity Uprising. We saw it go the way of RSG earlier. That didn't really work that well. But let's take a quick look and see exactly where we play this off.
If anything, from the previous series, ban and pick for our maps, RSG, it seemed like they were in control, as you mentioned, AJ, but NRX seems to be fine that way. Let's see if there's any such factors like that. Summit being banned out here, so yeah, I guess Divinity was watching prior. They know what's up. Firing range banned out by NRX. Where do we end up for hardpoint? Let's see. There's so many factors going in here, and it's standoff.
Okay, very, very interesting, right? Many of those CQCs are going to be blazing things up. We know Heaven likes to pick up those top spots and go in for those long snipes, protecting the Bravo point, especially when they go in there. So it's going to be quite a interesting standoff at hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But when we go into search and destroy, there should be an NRX's pick. If at all standoff gets clutched by NRX, we can see things being, swinging maybe in further towards NRX's way, because meltdown and firing range has been struck off. And search and destroy will be played at none other than Crossfire.
That's a map that they won previous as well. Was considering maybe a crash, but they did well there, better with a respawn mode. So yeah, I can see why Crossfire is definitely down NRX's alley. They can attack Melons, they can attack the back alley, and of course, again, now that they have maybe 2.5 supports, 2.5 sniper players, and of course, you still have Crush just going around doing Crush things. Crossfire is definitely a good call. Now we're considering where we end up for in domination. Man, given how NRX has evolved to like Summit, anything goes now. DVT has just a slew of decisions to make now. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but then again, they go in there and they say, hell no Summit for us. And Crash gets banned off by NRX. And domination, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Could it be the final one? It would be played off at firing range. Whether it's a donut or not will be decided here. But if the fight from Divinity is as strong as NRX expects it to be, we may just be dropping into map number 4. The hard point, when we swing right background, we don't really know what's actually being banned in the background. All of the bans have already come in earlier. Let's take a quick look and see. Map number 4 will be none other than Crash. Oh, and Leo, it's going to be crazy when we go in there, man.
I really like the coverage of maps here. Not a single one repeated here across all 4 so far. And again, I really am expecting at least to reach up to map number 4. But if we all
Yep.
get our just cake and eat it too, we're gonna end up on map 5, and we'll see Divinity Uprising and NRX take it down the summit. It eventually happened, man. Divinity Uprising don't want this, but at least it's a respawn mode, so we won't see any remnants of the landslide that was their 150-6 win. Search and destroy once more, ladies and gentlemen. The last map here, if ever, will be played in Summit.
Oh, let's see, right? Because we've got such an amazing range of maps where we are going to see this showdown happen. This is the rematch of the grand finals of the MSP Championship, happening once again at the grand finals of the MSP Major. Divinity Uprising fights it off against the Kings of Garena. NRX
This
Jeremiah.
seems-
You don't want to
seems
take a
to be-
pick, Leo.
No, I don't. And yes, as much as I am enjoying the run of NRX, and as much as I'm expecting them to hand out another sweep, it just comes down to respect, and it comes down to just knowing your opponent, and just in the rematch, so many things come into play. And again, these teams have changed so much ever since. And right now, walking into standoff, we are going to go for the hard point. And let's see if Jeremiah will be playing their Series 1 gameplay of letting through a few kills, or will Uprising just start off strong? And it looks like it's the latter.
Oh, Divinity just swinging in there, popping off left, right, center. NRX did manage to get a few takedowns, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are we going to see the exact same tactic being played in here, Leo? I think not, because they know Divinity is quite aggressive, so they're going to sweep in for those points at the get-go here.
So far, trading here. Whoopi goes down for Cord. This still is the red zone. Still belongs to NRX. Down goes Jay-Z. And once more, it is blue contested here. Let's see, Heaven. Oh, this is a dangerous spot for Heaven. And as I just say that, he's taken out right there by Candy. And this is a brawl. This is a slobber knocker. This is a slaughter. But it's just as much the same for both. 25 now to 17. And we're just 5 seconds away from moving on to the next hard point.
Yeah, man. I mean, the hotel yard, it was just a graveyard of bodies in there. Each and every single time they step in, they get about 2 seconds at the hard point before getting cleared out. But at the end of that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like Divinity Uprising is with the lead, but not without NRX right in here. Crush, just crushing it right now. Gets traded out by Cord, and they will go ahead to catch up and take the lead.
Here we go. We're moving on to another approach. Second floor. This is, once more, ladies and gentlemen, a second floor with a part of the hard point being near the staircase. This is definitely a nice place for Jeremiah to hold in. But oh, what's this? Idra fails to cover the ground. And again, I was going to say that because for players like Crush, they love these small spaces. They love fighting this. But let's not forget, Shut Up and Incendio on the other side. Heaven! He's just doing heavenly things, man. He's picking them off. And because of that, they are going to try to even score. We're so close. 43 to 45, man.
Oh, and this is exactly what we wanted, Leo, and we get what we want. What a fight Divinity Uprising is giving NRX right now. A run for their money indeed. It's gonna be Heaven going in with those quick snipes, and he just uses it like a shotgun, sweeping into those close quarter combats and just popping off left, right, center. But with NRX Jeremiah hot on their heels, they will yet again take the lead.
But just by a few points, my guy. Just a few points. Now, hard point left open. Once more, it goes over to Divinity Uprising. I'm loving the liberal use of the wall bang here. And now, Crush spots the head behind the transform shield, gets one, but not enough to be able to secure the score. Now, Candy gonna be going in, and it's still blue, man. It's still blue. Who's in there? There's legitimately like one guy in there. Well, two of them, make that two. Oh, Candy shut down. It's just two. One bodyguard and one person keeping up this spot, and it's contested. Let's see. Crush finds his way in.
What a move in there. He flies in, takes a two-piece for himself, just clears house, and what a way to get out of dangers, about harm's way. He knew the hard point was about to move. repositions himself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it can be NRX in here right up for the next point, but no! Divinity flushes them out and steals it away.
Just as much as Crush knows their timing, so does Divinity Uprising. They go for the rotation as well, following through with the follow-up frag, entry frag coming in. Oh no! That's the War Machine laying down the cover fire. Oh, this is Divinity with the Transform Shield. This is Asa de la DP. Take this home, Singapore. 96 to 74. This is way beyond NRX Jeremiah's reach right now. I think Divinity Uprising have been watching very closely and have figured out exactly what makes NRX tick.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt at all. Couldn't have said it better myself, Leo. What a way to bring the fight up to the Kings of Garena. Divinity Uprising getting it done. And look at Shut Up just pop off left, right, center. Just raking up those scores for those score streaks. Heaven ready with the XS1 and the Cluster Strike. It is not always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you see so many of them activated on a hard point. But that's just how good Divinity is playing this right now.
If anything, Divinity might be playing the same way that NRX was in their first game earlier today. Crash, hardpoint, but all the more aggressive. This is amazing. Very much deserving of their first seed here in the MSP major playoffs. And right now, Incendio with the XS1 Goliath protecting this last hardpoint. They are 20 points away. NRX Jeremiah, they're trying to contest, stop the score, stop the bleeding. And Incendio, he is a lumbering piece of metal, but he's just gonna rip through flesh, just like that.
Oh, the boys from NRX just have no answer to that XS1 Goliath. They keep trying with those FHJs, and finally, it gets taken down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a play. Divinity Uprising might have just gotten it done. And what a way to take the very first win. 150 to 92. NRX have seen their first disappointment in quite a while.
That was a worthy starting match here for the grand finals. AJ, this is exactly what I was talking about. A wake-up call for NRX, Jeremiah, 29-11. They've been having what we call a Cinderella run. This is an underdog story for a team that was, faced by haters, the doubters. And after such a beautiful 2-0 straight-up streak, this is Divinity Uprising saying, there's a reason why we sit here and you guys have had to climb up. And this is a wake-up call. I think NRX Jeremiah should be better, should be all the better for this. What a game.
I mean, it was just a solid display in there from Divinity back to back, right? They went in there. They gave NRX exactly what NRX has been dishing out to every single squad out there thus far. The fight was definitely in it for those squads, but when Divinity said enough is enough, we are going to be taking these points in here right now. We are going to be placing that lockdown. And rightfully pointed out by you, Leo, they played into NRX's strategy. They collected those points, and the number of score streaks they brought into that match towards the very end to help them just saw past through that 150 point mark, right, was just overwhelming for the boys for NRX. 150 to 92, and we just may see the Singaporeans sweep this.
It's amazing how Divinity Uprising actually did not sacrifice much. I mean, 150 to 92, we've seen worse, right? We've seen way worse.
Yeah.
But at the point wherein they were sitting at 130, 125, and we all saw, you pointed it out, Cluster Strike and XS1 locked in here. It's just a matter of time. That essentially is the insurance policy. That's the cushion that I think DVT needed to be able to secure the win. And essentially, there were moments of contesting from our friends from the Philippines, NRX. But that aside, as soon as you saw this, we called it, man. We called it. The XS1 was wreaking havoc and was literally just demanding an answer. And it was answered, but it may have been too late. And alas, it was. 150 to 92. Next up, we're going to be seeing Search and Destroy. Let's see if NRX can even the score here, bring us up to 1-1.
I don't know how things are gonna go their way in here. It's gonna be such a slow-paced match, but it's snipers galore right at this map, and Heaven is so good at positioning himself each and every single time he goes in there for those engagements. So Whoopi is definitely gonna have a role cut out for him. He needs to thin the herd down before these guys go in there for the attack. It's gonna be search and destroy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So let's jump in there and see if NRX can pull one back, or will Divinity continue rising up to the top?
Here we go, Divinity on the attack, and this does not spell well. This is not bode good omens for NRX Jeremiah, because being on the attack, Divinity Uprising can push their agenda. They can force the issue. That's a trade. Shut up for Crush. Ooh, our frontliners, our frontline fraggers. And look at this. That's Incendio traded out. Cord goes down. Hydra wins that, survives, goes for a double. It's just Heaven left. Ooh, Heaven is in trouble. The bomb is out there somewhere.
Idra is just so sick and tired of everyone copying his chopper meta. He has switched on over to the Fennec, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once in a while, we will be blessed to see him hold on to a chopper. But let's see exactly what Heaven has to respond in here with his sniper right now. One of the best snipers. No, let me take that back. The best sniper from Singapore right now, going in for the clutch.
Here we go. Heaven looking for an angle. We have seen earlier our friend from Malaysia. We did see RSG's very own Derp come out from worse. Raven come out from worse. I'm sure Heaven is up to task. Let's see, looking for an angle here. Peeking down melons. Might be in deeper. But I love what Jeremiah is doing here, AJ. NRX, they're just turtling. They're protecting that bomb, forcing Heaven to make an answer, forcing him to be the initiator.
Absolutely. I mean, no reasons for them to rush at all. And this means so much to them, rising from the bottom. And they've already given one over to Divinity. There's no way they're going to lose this right now. Whoopee! Oh, what a takedown. Where did Candy come from, Leo?
I guess he was just waiting at the stairwell. Again, in a situation like that, the odds just are not with you. There's just more guns pointed at you than you can bullet spray out. So, that's the first point going over to NRX Jeremiah. Great shape for our Filipino representatives here. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, Divinity Uprising from Singapore still ahead at 1 point overall in this best of 5. Whoopi going round back, protecting site B here.
Shut up. Makes that first mistake in there. Goes in for the push. Idra makes him pay for that instantaneously. It is Divinity on the attack, but they are down by one man. And Divinity has squandered one round thus far on the attack. They get to call the pace of the match, but they are playing it into NRX's hands right now, Leo.
Shut up. That was a free kill. Like, not at all. No knowledge, no vision, not even an opportunity to go for a plant. It's, as you said, just going all the way for NRX. Spotting out one. Is that Cord? No, that's not Cord. So the bomb is far from even Melon, so they can't even go for that. And they have the back alley locked in. A is a non-starter.
I just love the way NRX has just locked this down right now. Idra takes Squad out with a chopper wallbang. Heaven equals things up. Candy on fire. It's gonna be Whoopi coming in here for some support as well. Irfan J on the bob. Can he get it down? No, denied by Candy. And it's just Incendio in there for Divinity right now. Takes Candy out with a wallbang. It's a 2-on-1 situation, but Whoopi in here who will finish things off.
Man, our hype for Whoopi, ladies and gentlemen, our hype for Whoopi is not without purpose. He really is just that damn good.
I mean, those solid gameplays in there by Whoopi, time and time again for those clutches. Even with the 3-kill run that he went in earlier, this guy's an absolute legend. And one of the biggest reasons why NRX Jeremiah is here at this stage, the clutches that he manages to pull off, legendary at times. Heaven goes in for the scope and a beautiful takedown on Whoopi.
It looks like Heaven was hearing us and saying, hey, how about me, man? How about me? Check me out. I'm 3 frags in, and Idra is actually the frag leader for Jeremiah. Whoopi yet to claim his title in this very game. But so far, this is the best Divinity Uprising has looked in this second game in this best of 5 in this search and destroy mode, because they do have the numbers game on them. Cord here approaching site B in Melons. The back alley here, not gonna be one they want to approach. There's too many members here. It's two, actually. Ken D here looking down the sights, and that's gonna be the plant here. 40 seconds on. Let's see how Jeremiah goes for the retake. Divinity Uprising just has to protect the site. They have the numbers game, AJ.
Yeah, they managed to go in and put that pressure on NRX. And NRX right now coming in for the push with the 4-man. Irfan J has this place on a lockdown. Crush is approaching. He's in trouble. But Irfan J manages that takedown. And it looks like Idra will get wiped out right after. Candy gets snuffed out. Irfan, the MVP of that round. What a way to pull 1 point back.
Back-to-back flanks. Essentially, NRX Jeremiah, they were out of their reach. They did not know where Divinity Uprising were popping out from, and exactly the same question you had earlier, man, about where they come from. Where were they? And it's just Divinity Uprising figured out. They know now how Jeremiah is moving about, especially around that site, and I think they have to make the more of this turn that they have on the attack. Idra spots one. That's going to be Cord and Incendio down. Crush traded out here. Irfan J takes a few, but he survives. Ooh, Idra finishes the job. It's just Heaven and Shut Up. 2v3 now. Idra survives. Candy destroyed there. Ooh, where's the bomb? They dropped it near B.
I don't know what is Divinity going to do in here. Once again, the numbers game. Shut up! Can he even things out? No, denied by Idra. Leaving Heaven all alone. A 3-on-1 situation. Yet again, bomb on the other end of the map. How is Heaven going to thread past through all three players? Yet again with those numbers, Leo. Things don't look good for Divinity.
Yep, this is looking like round 2. He tried the first time. He got one, but failed for the second go. He can't force this. I wonder. He's getting ever closer to the bomb. But, of course, NRX Jeremiah not going to give him an easy go about this. His footprint's so small. Oh, but he's caught out nonetheless. Speed by Whoopi going for the 3-1.
And that was a sniper-on-sniper action. They play it like shotguns. They make it look so easy, Leo.
Defend the objective.
Well, given the reps that these players have, I could assume that it's like breathing. Just pulling the trigger on that is like breathing. Now Whoopi trying to spot one. Crush taken out quickly here by Shut Up. Ooh, on that Arctic 50, very quick as well.
A 2-sniper gameplay in here. Heaven and Shut Up bringing in their own meta right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Whenever the 2 snipers come out for Divinity Uprising, usually it goes in their way. Candy takes Incendio out. Incendio not before snuffing out Whoopi with that explosion of the vehicle there. A 4-on-3 situation. NRX on the back foot. Divinity, they have the advantage. This is the final round to attack. They've squandered 3 of those opportunities. They've given NRX a point, and Heaven takes Jay-Z out of the equation right now. And it's all set for Divinity to pull 1 point back.
They have yet to go for the plant. 1 minute in. Irfan J here keeping B warm. Let's see if they can go for the approach. Now down to the 2v2 here. Cord feeling the pressure. He still has the bomb, so at least they have mobility on their side. They have coverage. Nice set for the tripwire there, as well as the trophy system right here. Ooh, little does he know he's just meters away from another opponent. Now, Candy on the other side of the map, across the street. I wonder.
What is Cord gonna do with the Fennec? Almost taking down Cord! What a play with the thermite by Candy! He knew he couldn't go in there for the reload. Here came the tacticals, and NRX Jeremiah pulls point number 4.
And just like that, we go for the switch. And right now, Jeremiah, I do think they respect Divinity Uprising all the more since their hardpoint loss. But right now, Search and Destroy in Crossfire. This is, I believe, a map choice of theirs. I think they are just going to go on and try to even the score. Do their best. Cord traded out here for Idra and Whoopi. That's going to be 3-on-4. Bomb onto Candy. Loses it. Drops it right in front of Site B. Site A, that is. Irfan J has a bead on this side. He's just going to protect it, man. Jay-Z's alone. This is trouble for NRX.
Yeah. That was a terrible push in there by NRX. They got caught off guard, and Divinity has been just rolling, steamrolling all over them. With the 2 choppers, 1 sniper, and a Fennec pointed up at Jay-Z, there's no way in hell he's going to be able to clutch this. A 4-on-1 situation, just way too much.
It's astronomically impossible. I'd give him maybe a decimal point of a chance, but again, it has to line up perfectly, and a team like Divinity Uprising, doubt that it's ever gonna happen. 55 seconds on the clock. He can wait this out, but we all know where this is leading, man. It's just Jay-Z buying time, maybe looking for that maybe speck of hope, that atom of hope, and he's just gonna blow up right here. 2 points going over to Divinity Uprising.
Are we going to be able to see NRX pull one back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Just 2 points away from that happening, but Divinity Uprising's not making it easy for them at all. It is NRX on the attack, but things aren't going as smoothly as they expect. Shut up in here with the snipes. Doesn't get the shot. Keeps going back in there. We see one player coming back in here at the back alley for that A push. There's not going to be an engagement just yet. Crush is going to hang around. Almost taken down. Gets out of the way. It's a 2-player push right now, and he needs to be careful. If they do go ahead and lose one more player, it'll be a 5-on-3. There you go. Shut up with the snipe and a 5-on-3. NRX just doesn't know what went wrong right now.
Shut Up took a few hits from that thermite, I believe, or a rogue engagement, but right now it's down to a 2v5, and it's looking great for Divinity Uprising. Kendi, our carrier, shot up here, finds a bead, looks for an angle, has vision, knows exactly where the 2 remaining members of Jeremiah are, and Kendi, he's trapped. He has a few angles of attack, he has a few chances, but it looks like even B is looking dangerous. Even B seems to be too perilous for him to go and approach, because again, man, all of Divinity Uprising still here. They spot one out. Where is Idra? All right, Idra's down the street. Kendi inside the laundry house. Oh, he blows up. Ball banged in there by Heaven.
And I just love how these players just pick up all those guns after their teammates have been taken down. They can play any position, any guns, but of course, not as good as their usual ones, right? Idra, although he went in there for the attempt, taken down at the end. Divinity Uprising, this may just be the comeback that they are expecting themselves to achieve at the Search and Destroy. And RX still not able to put them away.
And what was it off of, AJ? Was it really this double sniper metagame? Did they just really put down the choppers, put down the Phoenix, start picking up Arctics? And look at that, a blitz plant by Jeremiah. NRX are on something else. It's the first time we've seen them in all of this game to go so fast. And I guess this is just their second round as the attackers. And just like that, they put down Incendio and shot up. 3v4, clock's ticking, 30 seconds left. Heaven can spot one. Ooh, Kendi trying to save himself from the wall bang. Oh, he's still taking out by Cord.
Cord still gets it, man. I don't think Kendi expected that. Idra takes Irfan J out of the equation, and Cord is gonna be left all alone right now after Whoopi takes Heaven out. What a play. NRX just 1 point away from pulling it equal.
All right, we are forgetting that NRX Jeremiah is, by the way, just look up top, ladies and gentlemen. They are 1 point away from taking this game. And yeah, despite Divinity Uprising's amazing performance so far, given this game and game 1, this still is an uphill battle for them to maintain the lead, to go 2-0, because it's more likely for Jeremiah right now. We are losing 1-for-1. Heaven for Kendi. Crush added to this hit list by Incendio.
Whoopi!
Oh, yes, they do. Whoopi!
What a snipe, Leo. What a snipe. Incendio just kept peeking up there. Whoopi knew he could hit that shot, was so patient, didn't give up, kept trying, and finally got that takedown. It's a 3-on-3, but what a frag. Oh, come on, Whoopi. Not like that, man. Just too freaking much with the second piece in there, and NRX confidently lays the bomb on the ground.
Whoopi, the Locust Lord, he gets another casualty, man, added to his death note, and Cord might be up next. Oh, he takes a few hits, but he will be saved nonetheless by Idra. That's game 1-1. NRX Jeremiah 2911 taking it to Divinity Uprising, and we have ourselves a ball game.
But is it enough though? The way Divinity played that, for a moment, I really thought they were about to make that comeback, right? But what a full stop pulled out by NRX. But whoopee, Leo, whoopee freaking P! What a snipe as he goes back in there again and again for those clutches. The absolute best sniper from the Philippines.
Might even be up there against Heaven, right? Like, really gave Heaven a run for his money. And if NRX Jeremiah 2911 does get this series through, then we might have ourselves another contender. We might have ourselves a de facto best sniper in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, we're walking straight into game number 3 here, prepping for domination. And so far, this is the first time all night that we're seeing domination.
Yeah, and this is a what a fight, right, between the two squads. It doesn't seem like either one has got this all in the bag already. Both of them are giving it their all, and there's just nothing in between them. Just exactly what we wanted to see in here for the grand finals, Leo.
And we are going to be visiting firing range. And for sure now, given the way that these teams are playing, we will at least visit Crash for Hardpoint and then close up in Summit. It's anybody's game right now. I would not be surprised if we hit 2-2. The way that these two teams are playing, it's really a new NRX and a Divinity Uprising that is up to the plate. They are ready to swing, and so far, we're racing to first base. Definitely NRX threatening a home run.
No, absolutely, man. And this is DVT's pick in here. And thus far, the wins seem to be going against, those map picks. So I wonder if or not those map picks are making a difference in here finally. Because prior to this, it just looked like it didn't phase NRX at all, right? And finally, it is Divinity that is bringing in the proper mind games to go up against the Kings of Garena. And it looks like it's working. And if things continue on this trajectory, Leo, it might just be yet another victory for Divinity after this.
Exactly. Earlier in the first two broadcasted games or series of the night, it seemed like it was a non-factor. NRX was going to win regardless. But this time, I like that Divinity Uprising is making the most of this one factor that they can control. This one factor that they have effect over, that they can say, all right, we're going here, and we will play our strategy here. And so far, we saw that happen in standoff. Crossfire, not so much, went over to NRX's side. But this time, in firing range, let's go. Game's already started. Going for A, going for C. Jeremiah locks it in first. And A, slowly being taken in by Divinity Uprising, maybe behind one beat or two. It's going to be an interesting go as Jeremiah locks in B right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be bodies left and right dropping for Divinity Uprising. And, whoa, Jeremiah so aggressive going for the A spot already. Alpha seems to be the call here. They get stopped here by Heaven and the rest as they lose Cord and Incendio in the process. Jay-Z stopped, looking for the wraparound. Uprising, they keep losing bodies though. They keep trading out 2 for none, and it's now going to be a full-on swap. A for C, 10 points ahead. NRX Jeremiah is right now. We're 4 minutes into this game. We are racking up these points. Score streak's going to be dropping very soon. We are looking for an engagement here. Idra takes a double.
Oh, with the Alpha and Bravo locked down right now, Leo, it looks like NRX has got this all sorted. But here comes the assault. Shut up, moving in for that Bravo takeover. Mid lane needs to be captured, but the clearing area gameplay by NRX. Oh, what a play! But eliminated either way by Candy.
Shut Up had a great run there, but at what cost, man? At the cost of all points going over to Jeremiah, and now they're making a beeline for halftime. 45-17. NRX is bleeding out Uprising. Uprising legitimately is hoping to score, and they get the lock in C. At least, B gonna be up next here. Incendio drops the transform shield, knocks out 2. Idra from the house here. This is the White Warehouse. This is home, says Idra. Reload, and at least they stop B from being reclaimed. And I think they're a second away. Oh, they're able to do coverage here.
Oh, come
Stop the
on.
steal. waiting for the retake, waiting for this to reset. It's all still Jeremiah right now. 2 points to them, A and B.
Yeah, the defense set up in there by Idra the White Warehouse, preventing the Bravo takeover for so long, has just put so much of points in NRX's pocket. And right now, they go back in there for that Bravo push. Jay-Z Annihilator gameplay, still ring around the rosy with the White Warehouse, chasing after Incendio, Thermite in his face, and gets the takedown anyway. And Jeremiah, all set for the comeback. They move into clearing area, and they will prevent a full-on lockdown.
Mid, again, seems to be another slaughterhouse. Bodies dropping left and right, and both teams seem to want to take B. These long engagements, these long sought-out plans to take A or C seems to not be working out for them. So maybe B. Just grab B, protect B. Irfan J loses the engagement right there, point blank in your face. Idra right now from the back was not gonna have another go at it because halftime is reached, 52-75, still pretty close, AJ, 23 points in between.
Well, close, but NRX just one step ahead. The slightly better squad in here thus far. They are hungry, but can they get it done? Because we know Divinity will try to make a comeback in here. It looks like Shut Up is trying his best to collect those points, and he's doing it so well. Candy with a takedown on Shut Up. He's got the cluster strike all poised. Bravo can be eliminated from the area right now in the bag, but they will go on and prevent it. What a play so far by Divinity.
Yep, Divinity finding these angles like a step ahead, half a step, and that's all you need. Now Heaven pops the Annihilator, loses it in the process. Crush now running around middle lane, not the best place for a Fennec player. Very dangerous, and there we go. Cluster Strike called in here. This is going to be pandemonium for NRX Jeremiah as they struggle to take their second point. Crush wins it inside Wood. Barracks Hut is his home. This is mine until it's not, as he's shut down there by Cord.
Oh, Irfan J just not doing well at all against Idra. Idra just turns around, choppers his ass out of there, and it looks like Bravo might just fall into the hands of NRX right now. Incendio going in there for the Barracks Hut takedown, but eliminated by Candy's strike. It looks like Crush attempts in here for the Bravo, but at the moment, NRX cannot respond to Divinity Uprising. They are catching up, Leo, 85-92.
It seems like Divinity Uprising pulled another early game gambit and let the opponent score while racking up their own operator skills, their own score streaks, and it's all paying off, man. They're playing the long game, and so far, it's just a matter of seconds. Here we go. Divinity Uprising is already up, and just like that, NRX Jeremiah does not let them take the lead. They have 2 points once more. Alpha and Bravo. Ford loses that one out. It's 2 down while all 5 still stand here for NRX Jeremiah. UVs are standing. They need to start balancing out. Do we want to give vision? We want to get rid of the map. Do we want to take control? And Shut Up wins at least. Oh, and here's a VTOL by Idra. This feels like it's no man's land right now. It still stands there. They destroy one UAV. Incendio's going ham. Candy's taken out. They're threatening to take on A. And
It is all hell broken loose right now. It is clearing area picked up by NRX Jeremiah as Barracks Hut falls into Divinity Uprising's hands. Oh, clearing area prevented. Divinity still standing strong, and it looks like the boys from NRX being pushed into a corner here. Can they go in for a full-on lockdown? No! Barracks Hut has been lost back to NRX, and it's a 121-115, and the fight is still so close, Leo.
This is as close as it gets, AJ. Our first time in domination, our first time in shooting range all day. Could not have asked for a better matchup. Cord catches one off guard. That's gonna be Candy down. Shut Up wins the engagement. Oh my god, left and right. This is Divinity Uprising, and here comes a Goliath. We are going in. Cord into the Vito, loses it just as soon. And where is it? Who is locking it in? There you go, Jay-Z already on the NRX. Oh, sorry, on the XS1 with the NRX. They have 2 points. They have 2 points, AJ. It's A and C,
Oh,
and
and
there's
it's
a
another
second
VTOL
VTOL.
too, Leo! Candy going crazy! VTOL in the air, snuffed out by Divinity Uprising. It is 139 to 134. It cannot get closer than this. Jay-Z, captain, brings out the XS1 Goliath on the prowl right now for the defense on Bravo, and they do so well. Trophy system destroyed. Clearing area still being protected in here by Jay-Z. It is Divinity Uprising trying their best to hold back and RX, but the onslaught just keeps coming on in there. 148, and it looks like they're so close.
AJ, it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, NRX Jeremiah come out on top in the lead. They score out 150 right when it mattered. It was so close. If and only if Divinity Uprising stopped the take on B right at the moment that they took C as well as A, they could have stopped it, but it was just too much. It was just too much. There were not enough bodies, not enough just time. And wow, as close as it got, this is the kind of matchup I was expecting. Divinity Uprising showing up, but NRX Jeremiah just a step ahead.
I mean, here's two squads that are not holding back. Here are two squads that are not giving up. Here are two squads that will not take defeat as a final result. And they are putting it all on the line. And what a way to blaze it up at the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a way. I mean, the ones that truly go in here and become the champions of the MSP major can truly be proud of themselves, because even right now, I'm already satisfied, Leo. The display, the show being put on by these two squads, absolutely mind-blowing.
AJ, tell me this is not what a championship matchup looks like. 150 to 92, 3 to 6, 144 to 150, and we're just at game number 3. Score sits at 2-1. NRX in the lead, threatening the win here. We are gonna go though to the next game mode here, Hardpoint, which is a Divinity Uprising map. I do think, really, EJ, I do think we are gonna see game number 5, because this is Divinity Uprising choice, and they have done so well at making sure that they force NRX into odd positions, into maps that they don't like. So far in this game, at least, they have made NRX bleed.
Oh, for sure, they have made NRX bleed, but has that been a wise choice, though? Because they should have gone for the kill instead of just drawing a little bit of blood. Because when NRX comes back in there for that revenge, because look at it this way, Leo, we go into Crash and Divinity wins it, and then what? You want to go into a Summit Annihilation? You want to see exactly what NRX can do at Summit? We just saw it, and they trash squads when they go into Summit, right? What looked like a map that, you know, NRX just didn't want to play at, all of a sudden they are the gods at. And that's how much of dedication these boys have been putting into the game. Whatever weak links that other squads have found out thus far, they go back in there and they make it the strongest point of their squad.
Yep, and actually, now looking back, firing range was Uprising's choice, right? In hindsight, it was a swap, and right now we see that even after the fact, NRX can still rise above. And I am just flummoxed. I am perplexed at how well NRX is taking this. And right now, it's all the more possible that we see the end. We might see a 3-1 here. NRX, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new NRX. They are reborn. Game number 4 coming at you. We are playing Hardpoint in Crash.
Well, for the sake of our fans, for the sake of you and I, Leo, I want this to be a Divinity Uprising victory, just so we can go into match number 5 and hype things up even further. Idra with an opener in there, and he is on fire, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But it's Divinity Uprising with the very first hardpoint at the Isles there, the hardest hardpoint to capture, and it is a hot battle from the get-go.
No doubt, it's miserable. This spot right here is definitely no man's land. There's so many openings, so many access points, and right there, see, he just drops. That's gonna be crushed down or traded out.
I mean, with players like Heaven, you know, you've got Whoopi in there with the snipes. You can't avoid them for the long-range attacks. And then you've got players like Crush coming up in your face with the KRM. There is no way, there's no hiding when you are at that first point. Isle is the most dangerous point, and not only because the points are difficult to pick up. When you go in there, you give up those easy kills and you allow your opponents to pick up those score streak points, which is even scarier. That's going to aid them in that end game playoff.
Basically, you're a sitting duck is what we're saying here. Now, a hard point kill back to back. Cord is having fun. And right now, it's going to be blue zone here. Contested though. Let's see from where. Oh, from the side, it's going to be Indra. Welcome to Casa de la NRX. It's going to be ours, but only for a second as Shut Up reclaims it. And Cord going to be going around playing security, roaming, looking for bodies to drop. And again, play the game that Uprising knows how to play so well. Oh, DVT catches ahead.
Oh, and Divinity playing this like champion so far. Shut up with the takedown. What a defense. Here comes another player, and it is Jay-Z who takes him down. But Irfan J with a trade-off, and Divinity still holding on to this hard point, scraping up every single bit of the point from this high rise that you possibly could expect from a squad. It just looks like Divinity might take this one, and they can do it in such crazy style, Leo.
And they are way ahead. Incendio here dies behind his transform shield. Thermite being locked in. Whoopee! With a point blank FHJ. He's just trying to get rid of the shield to make it a better cover for him to get better coverage. And there you go. Finally, NRX Jeremiah getting some breathing room, but just as quickly loses it to Shut Up. And Shut Up concedes it only because it's a numbers game that NRX are playing. All 5 on the map as Shut Up respawns. Let's see how long they can hold on to this. 25 here to 69. Nice effort put in by Uprising, but I feel like Jeremiah is starting to pick it up. This is a game where NRX was not the aggressor. Divinity Uprising actually played a little faster, and right now it's going their way.
Oh, it is definitely going their way, and it's so solid. Even when NRX goes in there to pick those points back up, you can see Divinity just getting up all up in their faces and clearing them out of that house. But what a fight it has been thus far, with Divinity just in front every single step of the way. NRX is clawing their way back in it though. They have managed to scrape some points in here, but at the end it is 85 to 37. Still a long way to go. Can NRX hold on to this point? If they can, it will be with them at the lead at the end.
Whoopee on the Annihilator here, looking for a head. Could not find his angles. Ooh, oh, there's one. Popping him from maximum range right through the helicopter. And Whoopee looking for another angle, looking for a shot. Finds one. Ooh, misses by just, what, 10 HP.
Oh, you look at this one, Leo. NRX, just like I said, right, playing that catch-up game, and they are going to be able to pull this off, pull in front as well. If they do succeed at holding on to this point, it looks like Divinity Uprising, they don't want to contest this at all. They know that they've got enough insurance, and it's also because if they don't give off those points, they can just camp at the next hard point and try to finish the game off. It's not going to be enough. Just 1 point isn't going to be enough, but they have their plan all set. They're allowing NRX to pick up those points. Is it going to be the biggest mistake? We will find out in a bit, buddy.
I think NRX Jeremiah and Divinity Uprising know exactly what they're doing, and just like that, they did exactly as you said, AJ. They're camping at the next one. Oh! Remote RC taking one out. Irfan J destroyed right there. Traded out for Jay-Z. It's still a blue zone here in the sniper house. How perfect. You have Cord in here. Shut Up, providing cover. Oh, wall banging right there. The chopper, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why this is one of the best rated and most popular guns in competitive and ranked Call of Duty Mobile. And right now, 30 seconds left. We are possibly, what, 35 away from the finish for Divinity Uprising. Jay-Z slowly pushing on forward. He has some backup. Not looking good for a Cord here. And the rest, oh, they're able to stop the invading party.
Oh, I think Divinity's definitely gonna pick this one up, but they need to pull through. They need to pull through with the final 10 seconds and even the next hard point as well. So if things have been slow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you better buckle up because it is going to get 3 notches kicked up higher. Divinity Uprising gonna be moving into the next point to finish things off. They just need 5 more, 5 measly little points to put it away and take it 2-all against the champions of Garena.
And this all the more makes it dire for NRX Jeremiah because, yeah, again, moments like this is all they need. And just like that, it's over. Divinity Uprising secures game number 4 and takes us into the clincher. Sudden death, AJ. We're seeing game number 5. Who'd have thought otherwise? Of course, with the rematch comes an epic finale.
I mean, we saw the methodical annihilation, and that was an example set by NRX when they took on Triple V Esports. They just put a stop to the 75-point mark earlier, and they just blazed through. And we see Divinity pulling off the exact same strats, the exact same thing. Every single play that NRX has pulled off thus far, here is Divinity saying, hey, we can do it, and you want to know what? We can do it slightly better than you. But at the end of the day, it is all equaled up. They have proven to us, both these squads have proven to us, they stand on equal footing. Like you said, Leo, sudden death, one final chance as we go in here, but it is on Summit.
And it's Search and Destroy Summit. So this is, yes, partly something we've seen from this new NRX, but just the same, it's something that is a factor that we have to consider that maybe Divinity Uprising is ready for. Because, yes, this crash right here, this hardpoint crash, is a map chosen by Divinity Uprising. This is something that they really needed to do. And then looking back around, actually, this is an NRX map. And now we're going back into a Divinity map. Again, it's equal to me, right? This legit feels like a reset. We have to go back, consider that these are 0-0s, and it all comes down to this. The championship comes down to this.
But when it came down to the search and destroy, the no revive type gameplay in here, it was NRX that just was the slightly better squad. We saw exactly how they went in there with their approach. They played it slow, they played it fast, they waited to be on the attack. They can carry the attacking side so well. And Summit as a map they really have grown to love and become so good at. I fear the worst for Divinity Uprising. But all we can say is good luck to the both of the squads. They have been slugging it out amazingly so far. May the best squad win.
Good call. Actually, all in consideration, despite the tight match this is that we have 2-2, you're right, AJ. When it comes to non-respawning game modes in this best of 5, it is indeed NRX who comes out on top. Plus, the fact that they are just so damn good at Summit in tonight's playoffs, it just spells doom for Divinity. I fear for our friends from Singapore.
I don't know, right? Is it gonna be my neighbors from across the causeway, or is it gonna be the country with the best talent pool for Call of Duty Mobile at the moment, right? Because the Philippines is just filled with talents when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, and NRX is a shining example of it. I mean, just look at the number of qualified teams in here, even in the group stages that came in here from the Philippines. That in itself is a testament. And right now, NRX is fighting not just for their own brand, not just for No Rules Cross. It is for the whole of the Philippines on their shoulders, taking on Divinity Uprising and our deciding match at the grand finals of the MSP Major.
Here we go, Divinity Uprising on the attack. NRX Jeremiah 2911. Ooh, Crush gets spotted out, walks into a deadly hallway without even a thought, a second to consider what went down.
Oh, whoopee!
It's a trade though, down to 2v3. Idra going ham, it's just Shut Up left.
Oh, Whoopi with a 2 kill in there so far. Shut Up with that wipeout. I mean, at one point, it really looked like Divinity had the upper hand, but NRX turning it around so fast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all better start saying your prayers for Divinity before they start rising up towards heaven, because if heaven doesn't start stepping things up, Whoopi is going to be snatching that best sniper title as well as the win for NRX in here today.
Not sure if Crush actually
He
meant to do
answered.
that, but he sacrificed himself. Yeah, there you go. Easy takes here by Divinity Uprising, sacrificing Just Shut Up, leaving Crush all alone here. This young man is unsupervised, catches a few heads, but does not take any casualties, and he himself is bleeding out, and I think he's gonna lose this, turning his back on to Heaven, loses that round 1-1 here. Divinity Uprising, I think they understand now. They get the tempo that NRX is going at.
Oh, absolutely right. And that was such a solid response, such a timely response by Heaven, taking Whoopi out, the opener for this round. And what a victory! And Whoopi this time goes back in there for that revenge. Snipes Heaven out of the air, and it looks like it's a 5-on-4. Indra takes Irfan J out with a grenade. Trophy system not working for Divinity Uprising. It's a massacre, Leo. A freaking massacre.
Not even a minute to think about what went down. Jeremiah just came into control room and said, it's over. We're taking this game right here. On the defense, it doesn't even matter. We know this map like the back of our hands. We've learned from previous trials. We've learned from our previous mistakes. And right now, Whoopi fails to find the head, takes a few hits himself. Heaven down already. It's Idra with the double. Is that a triple? Incendio is left. Was it a quadruple? I lost count. But Incendio does take one out on the way. It's Idra. He makes him pay. He's reloading, getting a breather with his ASM, but he pays the price. Jay-Z takes him out. So fast. 3-1 now. Jeremiah making a beeline for this title.
Oh, the class being shown in here by NRX, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They are ready. They are screaming it loud and clear. They are ready for the world stage to go in there and rock everybody down. It's Heaven with the opener on Whoopi. That could be an indication that things might just swing around towards Divinity Uprising. Irfan J on the ready with the DRH, goes in for the push towards control room. But look at this. It is gonna be NRX. It falls back, just waiting for Divinity to come in for the attack.
Ooh, already in better shape Divinity is. They may have scrambled out NRX Jeremiah right there. Playing around control room, these wraparound corridors, and even the parapets, and I really do like how Divinity has gone for the plant, winning the numbers game, taking out Kendi. It's just Idra left. It's dire. This is ridiculous. If he gets this, that's gonna be the wipeout. 3-2. We're gonna go for the swap here. Looks good for both teams, but now Jeremiah on the attack, not so fresh for Divinity Uprising.
So far, if you notice, Leo, the takedown of Whoopi at the start of the match, that's exactly what Divinity is going for. And Divinity seems to be focusing, it seems like Whoopi is focusing on the exact same thing, taking out Heaven, because the snipers are posing such great threats. Irfan J snuffs out Whoopi, Kendi takes Shut Up down, and it looks like it's a 3-on-2 situation with Incendio and Heaven still standing in here. Heaven with the snipes as usual, a 3-on-2, making it an equal 2-on-2 after he snuffs Idra out of the equation. It's going to be Incendio that wraps things up, and Divinity rising up to equalize things at 3-all.
The tension, ladies and gentlemen, you can cut it with a knife, an axe, a bat, or a karambit. Did I miss one? Yeah, a sword. There you go. All of these melee weapons in this game is just not enough to make sense of this best of 5, this final game here, 3-3, and it looks like they both learned. They don't want to go through that same corridor and lose their sniper. Whoopi finds a head. That's one. Shut Up, taken out. Crush with the bomb here. Is he gonna go for the plant? Finds another. Down to the 2v5. We could see a plant here. Oh, raising
NRX,
Divinity
man.
Uprising.
That's
45 seconds.
Yeah, there's no way Irfan J is gonna be able to do this. Every single time we see this happening, the numbers game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this level, it just means it's a clean victory. 4-3, NRX Jeremiah 2 points away from clinching the MSP major title.
AJ, you put it well. That is exactly what's happening. Most 3v1s, 4v1s, impossible. You could not win such a gargantuan task. It's too much to ask. But if ever someone does, if it was in the series, I would name my firstborn after such a player. But right now, it's not happening. Real quick, that's going to be Incendio lost out, traded out for Crush. That's the frontliner. The fragger coming down for NRX. And let's see, we still have both our snipers. Wookie looking for a head. Ooh, finds one. Instead destroys a trophy system. So he knows that someone is waiting. He knows that someone is going for the peak.
Well, that was so close. That player was so lucky the trophy system blocked his head out there. If not, it would be a 4-on-3. But Heaven eliminates Whoopi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That could be a sign. Every single time we've seen it. Oh, it is coming down. Divinity, a 4-on-1 right now. And that's it. Whoopi is their strong point. You take that sniper down, and it is DVT all the way.
Oh, I love it. Shut up with the flank. Again, the numbers game, it's so hard to beat. Almost impossible. We see now 4-4. NRX Jeremiah still on the attack. We are 2 away from the swap. And it's still anybody's game. Man, I don't know why NRX Jeremiah kept falling for that camp. Legitimately, Divinity Uprising was camping that staircase.
Oh, Whoopi! Heaven down! Leo! It might just go their way, but Incendio and Code going crazy, leaving Whoopi all alone. Oh, what a shutdown by the Singaporeans. They pull ahead, and they leave just 1 point in here. Will Singapore finally clutch this?
My guy, you spoke too soon. Literally less than a second or two before you asked. Divinity Uprising ended the round and now are threatening the win. 1 round away. It comes down to this. I wonder where Whoopi will find the first head, if ever he will even. Because again, it comes down to the snipers. Whoopi and Heaven. Heaven and Whoopi. Who will be the first to go? Let's see now. Shut up. Taking control of the cable cars. Incendio here in the entrance to control room number 2. The plant here by Candy. 45 seconds on the clock. They've chosen A. I wonder how they will answer the retake by Divinity Uprising, the defense by Jeremiah. That's 1 down. Whoopi finds Irfan J with a wall bang. Whoopi takes a few hits.
Shut up, coming in here for that wraparound. Candy goes in after Heaven. Incendio taken down, but who's looking at? Shut up! No! What happened? What the hell, Leo? What a clutch! MSP Major Champions! It is Divinity Uprising, and what a way to lose it to the Singaporeans! Leo!
It was off of a tricky rope-a-dope, a sleight of hand. Sure, you take one out, you found the head, but we found your heart. We legitimately went for the throat. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-6. 4-6. So is that 5-6? 4-6.
4-6. What happened? I don't know how he got that clutch. I mean, the players from NRX, they were going one after the other, but they just didn't see the diffusal coming in there. What a mistake to make at this stage. And they have paid so dearly to it. And Divinity Uprising, they have their revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a way to close this off. The strongest squad coming in here from the group stages. Landing up there at the top. Everybody thought, hey, you know what? NRX is playing chicken game. When they go in here, they're most definitely gonna win over Divinity because they're just masking their true prowess. Divinity said, hey, yeah, bro, bring it on. We are ready. You heard those interviews. Incendio said he is ready. Oh, they were ready, bro. They were ready.
Them's fighting words. Divinity Uprising earned every single right to say whatever they want, because they are the MSP Major Champions here. After the rematch, only one stands tall. I wonder if there's a sequel. I wonder if there's a threequel. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the highlights. Check it out. 5 games it took us, AJ. 5 games. to find out
Down
what's
to the
more. Who
wire,
reigns
man.
supreme. Down to the wire and down to a moment wherein it had to come from a sneaky play. I guess it just came down to conditioning, mind games, if you want to call it. But right now, let's go back. Let's go all the way back to game number 1, standoff here. This was a Divinity Uprising game, and yet this one was also still very close.
It was. I'm just flabbergasted right now, out of words. That final victory, that final round, I'm just hooked on that, right? That defusal, the way it wasn't the victory that caught me off guard, because Divinity Uprising, in all of the ways they have performed thus far at the MSP Major, we saw that they deserved that spot. But the way it was won, Leo, a freaking cherry on the cake, man.
Cherry on the cake, icing. I don't know, you got a drink on the side. Crazy. Divinity Uprising, they knew exactly what buttons to press against NRX Jeremiah, but just the same, every time Jeremiah would step forward, Divinity Uprising would always have a trick up their sleeve. They would understand. And yes, after that win, we come back around to Crossfire. This one was also pretty close, but Jeremiah kind of put a stop to Divinity Uprising's progress and took this, I believe, 3-6.
Yeah, 3-6, and it was a good victory in here by NRX. This was the start of what looked like their comeback, right? And what a way it was for them to do it. They had a good lead at the start, and Divinity Uprising, they would show us right after that hey, maybe a comeback is possible in here. But what a shutdown it was by Whoopi and squad, right? Whoopi with those relentless swipes again and again, helping the squad to come back in there for the clutch. And this was it as we moved into match number 3, domination. What a crazy close fight it was, Leo.
No doubt this is, if we did say standoff and crossfire were clenchers, this one legitimately was a millimeter in between. This one was the 140 to 150 something, right? Like that. This one was the tight game wherein it came down to either you stop the bleeding in one point or you try to steal the other, and it just could not come any sooner for NRX Jeremiah to clutch this and force the game number 4 and to threaten the take. And again, it all came down to, just sandbagging the Vitols, sandbagging the Goliaths, and playing your points. Right there. Look at Vitol!
And those VTOLs just didn't last up in the air at all for that long, especially at a squad against a squad like Divinity Uprising. They seem to be able to shut down those score streaks time and time again. And like you said, this one was such a hard match to call. And I dare say it has been one of the most hyped up matches because of the way the players went in there and played, right? It was back and forth. There was not a moment of rest anywhere in this match at all. It was just back and forth. You grab Barracks Hut, they would be on the other hand grabbing, clearing area, and they just went in there, man. Just 6 points between them. Divinity almost, kind of close to finishing it off there, but of course it had to go into game number 4. As we went into hard point at Crash, things got a little bit more difficult for NRX.
Of course, dicey, if I may put it. This one was not a walk in the park at all for NRX Jeremiah and Divinity Uprising. They knew exactly what they were doing. They had superior control. They had better vision. And every step from here on end just made sense for them. And they close up strong at Summit, winning off of a sneaky win, closing it up 6-4. Congratulations once more. Here's the run through of what the points looked like for each map. AJ, this is history.
No, absolutely, man. 150 to 92, they took standoff. And then NRX with that response 6-3. They come back even stronger in their 150 to 144. No matter how much Divinity tried in there, they couldn't overcome NRX at firing range. But when they went into Crash, Divinity showed exactly how much better they are with those close range combats, as well as those long range shots coming in there for Heaven as to those covers. But when we went into Summit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the most unexpected way to grab the winner, Divinity Uprising swooped it, pulled it from under the feet of NRX Jeremiah to become the champions of the MSP Major.
AJ, here are your champions. Ladies and gentlemen, behold, Divinity Uprising. Wildrilla, Heaven, Shut Up, Incendio, Irfan J, and Cord. They have taken it down the wire. They have shown us exactly why they have been chilling in the upper bracket all this time. And even if NRX Jeremiah 2911 have proven the haters wrong, have shown the doubters what they've been missing, what they've been sleeping on, Divinity Uprising still reigns supreme.
And what a way to do it as well, for a country like Singapore to do it. And this is why, right? It through the whole of MSP between Malaysia, Singapore, and the Philippines, they come in here with the smallest talent pool. Okay, in terms of the population that actually plays Call of Duty Mobile in Singapore, the smallest talent pool. But within that smallest talent pool, they have the best talents throughout the whole of MSP. Nothing short of impressive. Truly, truly well deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, your champions of the MSP Major, Divinity Uprising.
What this says here for me is it's all about quality over quantity for Singapore. And my God, the red and white, that banner that they're carrying for their country, Singapore, must be proud. The Sons of Singapore, ladies and gentlemen, Divinity Uprising, ending the year with a bang, closing up 2020, taking home the MSP Major title here. Oh wow, this is history again. Forever, history will know that they ended 2020 with songs of praise again off of that Ninja Diffuse. Oh, I'm heartbroken as a Filipino, but I'm all the more proud that it came to this, that it took 5 games. Amazing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I couldn't have said it better myself. Just for Divinity Uprising, the mustachio is going to be basked in red lights right now, okay? This one is for you, Divinity. What a victory. And I cannot get over it, Leo. I just cannot get over the way they brought it to a close. With that ninja diffusal, NRX didn't see it coming. They should be so proud of themselves. I know Singaporeans all over the country, they're going to be so overjoyed with the victory. Filipinos, don't feel disappointed, because yes, NRX was beaten, but they were beaten by a better side. The Divinity brought their A game, and they did it so well. NRX, they gave it their best. And if it wasn't for that final diffusal, it could have just swung in NRX's way. It was so close, but Divinity, just the better side.
Legitimately could have gone down to the 5-5 and then all the more go into triple sudden death. But I do agree with you, AJ. Filipino fans, nay, even Malaysian fans, everyone involved in this tournament should not feel bad for the representatives, because again, we all lost with honor, we all lost with glory, and the best team came ahead. Of course, that is Divinity Uprising. Once more from Singapore, congratulations. As a treat, I'm gonna go Singapore soon and take a picture at their best landmarks as honor and tribute to Divinity Uprising. That's just hoping that maybe their greatness in Call of Duty Mobile rubs off on me. That's gonna be for sure.
Yeah, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and how about we hear a huge round of applause through your comments in the comment section for the one and only Dan Leo Kumbangai, who has come in here and like a champ picked out from nowhere. And what a seamless transition into shoutcasting with the mustachio, right? Brother man, thank you so much for your services, bro. It has been an absolute pleasure shoutcasting with you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been the grand finals at the MSP Major with your champions Divinity Uprising sweeping it away at the finale. My name is AJ. People call me the Mustachio, with the one and only Leo signing off.